With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure Errands should have feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, this surely turned into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge toward, because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is child can't see it powers making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Thursday the 11th of May 2023. I do hope you're all doing well and you're all in fine form today. As you can see, Phil's awake, he's online in this chat and he's trying to lay down the law immediately before anyone gets any funny ideas. He is saying, welcome all! Reminder that DSP Gaming is a drama-free zone and we are here to chill, interact and enjoy gaming. Leave the nonsense at the door and let's enjoy a new week of fun.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to give more blood for the super chat, the super sticker actually of a selfie. The selfie is a poop emoji, so there we go. Thank you very much, give blood for that. I do appreciate it. Cheers. Today's bingo stream is a very special bingo stream, of course, because we actually have a sponsored card. Thanks to Wambo Bambo McGee and his big massive forehead, he has actually gone and said, okay, I'm going to match a prize fund. If we get a full house on this very bingo card, sponsored by WPIG, we will give $50 to the one lucky person that will have, so remember, if you want to be eligible for winning this prize, you need to fucking make sure you fucking leave a comment on the post I have in the description of the stream. So far I've got like 130 different names. Thank you very much for getting back to me so quickly, guys. I do appreciate it. But if your name's not down in the post I made for potential bingo winners, you're not going to have a chance of winning a double prize on tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Val for a super chat, and of course he's going to try and confuse my ass with pictures galore. He says the pig is so pathetic to attempt the theft of a gnome. It's just... Oh, okay, I see. The theft of a gnome's idea. Basically try to steal Keemstar's idea by doing his own podcast with Wings and Boogie without the Keem. So yeah, Phil is quite pathetic trying to fucking do the exact same idea as well as presented to him, apart from just doing it without Keemstar. Exactly, yeah. I was wondering what a light bulb was for, but of course light bulb is an idea, I guess, naturally, of course. But yeah, so once again, thank you very much to Wambo Bambo Rambo for WPIG for sponsoring the stream. $50 prize for a full house on the board. Have I seen TSB's pinned comment? Yeah, just read out actually. The pinned comment. Yep. Welcome all.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Profit for a super chat. Says, well, bingo is typically for the elderly, though Alt sponsoring it does make sense. Bring Alt on and having him co-host. I'd be perfectly happy for him to do it if he wants to. If Alt wants to join me, the door is open, he can join me anytime he wants, so all he has to do is let me know and I'll drag him in. So I'd be very happy to have his ancient big forehead on the stream as well, to join in the fun and games and the shenanigans. Of course, a lot of people think Wambo, Bambo, Rambo has that, afro hairstyle because it's a shout out to their fucking homage to the 70s music. No, that is when Alt was in his prime. Before he was Alt, he was Wambo, Bambo, Rambo, McGee, and that was when he was in his prime in the 1970s. He's still fucking living back in yesteryear. But there you go. Nah. It's like, I feel a bit bad making fun of Alt just because he's an old bastard, really. So yeah, Alt said I really want to join, but I have to pick up the creatures from school. This summer we'll definitely do it. There we go. Like, the door's always open for folk to join if they so wish to join. And today, hopefully, it's going to be a very spicy stream. Phil looks like he's set the bar already with his pinned comment in his chat. He does not want drama, he does not want fucking Keemstar talk whatsoever, it looks like. But Phil being Phil, he will naturally, I feel, fucking go there himself, or he'll be persuaded to go there. The drama talk will get to him, as the fact of the matter is, it's too big a thing to fucking ignore. And because there's a sponsored stream by WPIG, we have the bingo card as well. A lot of things were picked by Rambo Bambo, you know, for things like 15 years, lol cow, milf driller, family time, and all that shit, you know, and like boogie and fucking punching down, misery merchant, and the 50k, all these things. We were anticipating a salty Phil. And Phil has just talked in his chat once more, says the biggest news is always on my day off, whenever that may be. Well, once again, paranoid that everyone fucking says the big news stories when he's having a fucking day off. But looks like we're beginning the show very soon. Before we even begin the show, I do have a couple of clips to show you. I thought I'd share some of Keemstar's earliest mentions by DSP, at least going by Pig Go, right? This is a stream from the 2nd of May 2016, one day after the incident. And here's what Phil had to say about that.
But anyway, yeah. Just to give you some perspective, alright? I've gotten more tweets in the past 24 hours than I think I've actually received in the past 3 years. That's not a joke. That's actually, like, I've gotten over 10,000 plus tweets overnight. People such as Keemstar, Review Tech USA, they're all making videos about what happened. Appropriately, because it is freaking hilarious, right?
That's a very interesting thing for you to admit, Phil. So it's quite appropriate for Keemstar and Review Tech USA to have made videos on the subject of you jerking yourself off, because it's actually something that's quite hilarious. It's quite funny that Phil would then fucking go back in this later on down the line and say, oh, that was my depression. I done that because I was depressed. It was a terrible time in my fucking life. But no, at the time, Phil lied to everyone about it, obviously, and said, oh, it was a really hilarious thing that fucking happened, wasn't it?
I've gotten over, this is so silly, over 1,000 new Twitter followers. Why? People thought that it was so funny that this happened that they've decided to follow me on Twitter. Maybe they just want to see what happens, how it pans out. Maybe they thought that because I posted up a few funny memes, including my my face from yesterday. Maybe they thought that was cool. I don't know.
So as you can see, Phil's trying to roll with it. By the way, full disclosure, this random Jad on the background in the video, nothing to do with me. I know it's quite coincidental, but nothing to do with me. I don't even fucking own a Nintendo, so not me. I just seen the fucking Jad pop out there in the fucking background. I was like, who the fuck's that? That's not me. So that was one of the earliest mentions I've seen from Phil Burnell mentioning Keemstar the day after on his podcast. So let's fast forward to January 2018. And Phil had this to say about Keemstar.
Shout out to Raisin Bread is Tasty, who did a 100-bit cheer and says, Phil, sorry about all that you had to go through these past couple of months. It's amazing that people will go as far as identity theft to slander you and this woman who had nothing to do with you. Some people are just fucked up. You're right. They are. There's really no other explanation for it. Like I said, I don't know what the long-form plan was for this person. Was it that they were going to eventually try to extort me and say, look at the clout we got? I can tell you this. I actually know this for a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth, the God's honest truth. This person was planning to go on Drama Alert. They were going to try to go on the Keemstar show, slandering me on the Keemstar show, saying that this was all true, presenting all this evidence that wasn't evidence, and saying all this publicly on his show to try to hurt me. I know that for a fact. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're going to laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off.
So yeah, I completely forgot about this fucking shit happening in the fucking first place, okay? Like so I completely forgotten this random lore. That Phil... So the escort saga
with a fucking person that actually tried to blackmail Phil, some random Dutch, Belgium. I think they're from Belgium, the couple. They fucking tried to fucking pretend they were fucking an escort while Phil was flying out. No shit. I completely forgot that Phil made his claim that they were going to be on drama alerts, apparently. I have no idea if that was ever proven as true or not. Phil was convinced it was fucking due to fucking happen. So, yeah, this random claim that Keemstar was going to fucking have this escort on, this fake escort on, I just thought it was quite an interesting bit of fucking lore. And I think a lot of people forgot about it as well, because I barely see any fucking mention of that kind of thing anymore these days. But I don't know if I don't know where it came from. I completely fucking blanked on that when I heard this earlier on. I said Pig go for Keemstar, that's all I did. And this is some of the earlier fucking results, I just thought it was quite fascinating that Phil would accuse Keemstar, or they were going to have this fucking person that was trying to blackmail me on their show. I don't know if Keemstar ever admitted that. I have no idea. But there's a couple of old blasts in the fucking past anyway, when it comes to Phil's stream. So, yes, aside from that, it's going to be an interesting show. Hopefully we will get the full house today. As you can see, our bingo card looks like this. We've got Phil to say percent, 15 years, lol cow, mouth driller, and business. And you got Phil to say email, family, time, tired, and boogie. Then him saying fuck, punching down, Keemstar, misery merchant, and 50k. Fourth row will be rent free, out of my mouth, wings, him making an elf joke, and him saying blood money, and finally Phil to say chocolate, because Keemstar apparently gifted Phil chocolate and flowers recently. Honest, stalker, final word, and restraining order. So this is the card which has been carefully cultivated by today's bingo stream sponsor, WPIG, Wamble Bamble Rambo on his big ass forehead. Willing to fucking sponsor the stream and all that, and it's going to be a $50 prize fund if we get a full house on this very card. Clyde Dale was saying, like they were on the farms with all these plans about how to blackmail Philly Boy. I mean, I don't remember the farms even mentioning drama alert, I'll tell you that much, Also, the farms is where a lot of it fucking began, because the farms as well were tricked, to an extent, the owner of Kiwi Farms was tricked by this fake escort. They looked like they gave enough plausible evidence themselves directly to the owner of Kiwi Farms to make them believe that them, at least in claiming who they were, was believable. So everyone, not just Phil, every single detractor was taken for a ride as well. And I remember at the time, detractors were offering large amounts of money to these fucking people to try and get the full story from this fucking escort, and they declined it. They actually said no to it at the time. I guess they thought the bigger fish was Phil Burnell, so why fucking take the money from these detractors, whatever, when they thought themselves they were going to get more money from Phil Burnell, because they probably thought Phil would eventually cave in and give in to the fucking extortion attempts. It was a crazy fucking time to be a detractor, I'll tell you that much. And when it all fucking unravelled as to who the fuck was actually responsible, it was like, there was a moderator on Kiwi Farms. We kind of found out a couple of things over time about the credibility of the person making these fucking claims. And then they started making some very strange fucking posts. They changed their fucking, they actually changed whatever, and they seemed to fucking try and vanish. And this moderator went absolutely fucking, ham. They went through like Batman detective mode and found out so goddamn much. I was like, this person, the details all fucking tracked back to Belgium. They fucking found out who they really were. There was some couple from Belgium called the Brongeests or something like, it was an incredible fucking amount of detective work in a short span of time from somebody that felt like they were extremely wronged by this lying, deceptive con artist. And for once, the con artist was not DSP. It was bizarre. But and of course Kiwi Farms is currently down right now. Null is trying his best to get it sorted, but it is what it is. The farms might come back, the farms might not come back. We don't know. But it is what it is. So yeah, as I said about it, we're just waiting for Phil to come back from cream in his hands. He is determined, apparently, to avoid any drama talk on his show today, which means this carefully cultivated card by Wambo Bambo Rambo might not get a big hit rate, but I think it was worth the risk. The fact that we're getting a $50 prize, and the fact that Phil just cannot help himself but fucking talk about these fucking things, makes me think there is a potentially good chance this could actually come in. Phil is back from cleaning his hands, he's going to update the Nightbot schedule, so looks like we're going to begin very soon. So yeah, remember guys, if we get 25 snorts from Phil Burnell before he starts recording for gameplay, that's a free space. If we get 10 burps from Phil before he starts recording for gameplay, that too will be a free space. If we get 100 likes from Phil Burnell and he blows bubbles on his stream for his dumbass audience before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that is also a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream while we're playing bingo, that too will be a free space. And of course, if that happens, I will play the specially made animation, which was created by the sick twisted mind of Pixar Animations. I also have one more thing to shout out. There was a quite generous super chat. I'm going to play that animation now. So I'm going to play the animation for D-Dog.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money,
So even before the stream started,
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
first of all, thank you very much to Manaxis for subscribing to the channel. And also, so D-Dog sent a super chat like 30 minutes before the stream started. Big super chat, it was like 75 Australian dollars, very generous contribution if I don't say so myself. And he said, towards a super bingo on DSP's anniversary, doing it now as there will be so much drama, don't want to break the flow. I am fingers crossed there's going to be plenty of salt and sodium and drama from Phil Burnell. He's going to do his absolute best, I think, to steer it away from there. But let's be honest here. He is going to have so many more. There's like 364 people in his stream right now. That's a bit higher than usual. And Phil knows this sort of shit does fucking sell. It's fucking, you know, it does bring more attention and it might get him some more money. There is one more thing I wanted to cover which I thought was interesting, very quickly before Phil goes live. So Gamebox posted an update that Phil has spent $837 in a new event for WWE Champions. And so I responded in kind by saying that Phil's tips within the last week was $835, $2 discrepancy, which I thought was just an insane coincidence. It could be a coincidence, it could be literally, you know, it's extremely close. So Phil has spent at least $837. Gamebox has confirmed that. I just thought it was quite crazy that the tips that Phil has received during that previous week amounted to $835. Very close indeed. Oh my god, Darksay to Phil with the crazy artwork on his fucking Twitter, as usual. I'm just going to retweet that. That definitely deserves some attention. It's his standing stuff. Phil is starting right now. Would you look at that? Did he have a special fancy intro? Is that a short one? It must be a short one, I think. Well, fuck it. Guys, you all know the drill. When it comes to bingo, please tag me in chat, miss anything on the card. I don't try miss things on the card. I just do sometimes because I'm a stupid bastard. Nothing I can do. Oh wait, I probably should rewind because Phil was blethering. Okay. Right, the bingo's beginning now. Here we fucking go.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back. On today's Level 1 podcast, we got a lot to get caught up on after my day off yesterday, including a bunch of game news, positive updates, and more. Thanks, and I'll see you in just a sec.
And of course I'm going to skip this crappy fucking shitey intro.
Alrighty, welcome everyone. Today is Thursday, May 11th, 2023. Indeed, I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the Level 1 podcast. I hope that everyone had a great and safe day yesterday. It was my day off from streaming, and therefore, of course, naturally, a million things had to happen because I had my day off, which always tends to happen for whatever reason. It doesn't seem like what day I actually have off, alright? It just seems to me that no matter what, there's always a bunch of stuff that happens when I'm not here, and that's all good because when I come back, guess what? I can get caught up. So I hope that you're all excited and you're ready for fun. Today, we've got quite a lot of stuff to talk about, including a bunch of game news and rumors that hit when I wasn't here. We've also got some very positive updates on some lingering and ongoing issues, which is very exciting. So I hope that you guys are ready. I'm ready for the fun this week. I mean, we've got some cool stuff, man. We got a brand new game coming out tomorrow, ongoing playthroughs that are kind of heading into the home stretch. So this is going to be a pretty fun week, and as long as nothing goes wrong and as nothing, nothing screws up the plans or the schedule, I should be here all week long, full-time streaming. There shouldn't be any missed streams or any weird stuff that's going to happen. So let's hope for the best. We are heading into high gear here as we get further into the month with games and excitement and all of that. So it should be a good time. Now, let's start at the beginning, shall we? So last week was very exciting because last week we did a lot of stuff, quite frankly. A lot of reacting, a lot of interesting new things, like the new tier maker for the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom kind of pre-hype announcement and all of that. And it was a good one. So if you didn't get a chance to get caught up on all that stuff from last week, by all means, here on DSP Gaming, we had tons of gameplay, including Elden Ring, actually getting a good tear back in the Jedi Survivor, the continuation of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, as well as Oblivion's Shivering Isles DLC. And over on DSP Reacts, we had our usual DSP versus the Internet weekly show, and like I said, the tier maker ranking all the Zelda games. So, good stuff there, and now it is time to head into another week with fun and great new releases. So, I am pumped. Now you might say, well, what did Phil do yesterday? Well, yesterday was either going to be an incredibly over-the-top busy day with tons of stuff, my wife and I kind of running around and doing stuff, or it was going to end up being me just doing kind of errands and having a more chill day. Well, we made our decision, and our decision was actually based on an interesting fact. We actually have a special event coming up on May 21st. For those who don't know, all right, May 21st is going to be DSP's Fight and Feast Marathon. It's 1 week from this Sunday. It's a way to get back into competitive fighting games in a fun way, playing classic games, but also balancing that off with some other chill and fun stuff like tier maker rankings, food, and other stuff. Now, during this event, my wife is going to make several recipes out of the Street Fighter cookbook, all right? And we were looking at some of these recipes, and as we were looking at them, we're like, some of these need some unique ingredients. Some of them seemed that they would need us to go to like a special market to get the ingredients. And so looking at that, we were like, well, here's the thing. 1 week, we definitely want to relax. And 1 week, we want to go out and do stuff, right? So thinking about it, like, well, if we're going to be making these recipes, on or before the 21st, we want obviously that stuff to be fresh. So if we're going to be doing that, we should shop for the ingredients that week. So that way we have them to make those recipes with, you see? So we were thinking, hey, if we went out this week and did a whole bunch of stuff and went to markets and grabbed all the ingredients, well, some of the stuff might not be as fresh. So we're like, you know what, we'll hold off. So we did. We ended up basically having a day where I had to do a whole bunch of errands and the like. I have a little short story to tell you that I thought was quite hilarious, although I don't know realistically what really happened, okay? So, yesterday...
I'm going to assume this hilarious story involves someone else fucking suffering in some capacity, because that's the type of fucking person he fucking is. I am going to 1.25 speed already. I don't care. We might not have enough speed up juice, but fuck it, I'm going 1.25 already. So I'm just going for it. Lil Shadow EX says, the room totally saturated with copium. He is doing his best to avoid inner screaming rage. He is leaning people left, right and centre. Phil's got almost 500 people on his podcast right now. There's more and more coming to fucking try and poke the angry fucking noodle arm bear with a stick.
Yesterday I had to go to the garbage dump, all right? And I do this, I would say I go maybe every few months. It's not often. But what happens is we have some trash that accumulates. I've said ever since I moved here to Washington State, this state is considered, get this, a green state. Okay, what that means is that there's a lot of stuff here that's very different from other places. For example, when I lived in Connecticut, if you have trash, you take it out to the dumpster and the garbage company will come and pick it up, once, twice a week, whatever it is, once every other week. But there's an area to put your trash. Here, they don't have that. Here, I'm not joking, they allow you to have 1 can of trash every 2 weeks. Yes, 1 can of trash every 2 weeks. That is really annoying. All right, especially if you have pets like Jasper. I mean, we change his litter box at least a couple times a week. That accumulates. That's half of a garbage bag right there. And you don't want that sitting around a house. You know what I mean? But there's other stuff, to clean the house or whatever. And every once in a while, you're gonna end up having more garbage than stuff. And what it is they actually want us to be so green out here They want you to separate all your trash. I'm not kidding. This is what they want you to do. 1 can for just recyclables. So that would be, you know, cardboard, plastic, etc. That isn't that big of a deal. And once you get into the swing of that, you know, no big deal. But then they want you...
Before he even fucking continues to fucking goddamn do it. I remember this fucking person. This person's pretty fucking sad. Bronx beats. Yeah, you can get to fuck. Hold on, there we go. Put user in timeout. Anyway, 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. Hide user in the channel, there you go. I remember that sad person. Anyway, before even Phil begins to fucking bitch and whine and moan about fucking garbage and all that shit, it's a perfectly normal fucking practice, in my opinion, to fucking have this shit be, you know, separated. It's normal to have a fucking bin specifically for things like glass and plastic and that shit. It's normal to have something for things like cardboard and all that as well. You have a normal fucking garbage. You have things like, you know, perishable goods as well. It's normal to fucking recycle shit. That's just the way I'm used to it now. I'm used to fucking recycling shit living in fucking Scotland. It's not that big a fucking deal. So if Phil fucking... He even says the cardboard's reasonable enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wales. So Super Chat says, no one wants trash laying around their place, but black mould and ant poison are A-OK. Yeah, Phil's house has still fucking got like mould all over the fucking place in some areas, and he claimed it was never going to fucking... That is ridiculous. Probably asking you want to dox those two you just banned. It's the same one person. It's one person. The person was here like, you know, months and months ago saying ridiculous things, and they'll just be an arsehole. So they're back. They will be back again making summer counts.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Logan K for the Super Chat. It says a household of 2 should not generate that much garbage. He is telling himself right now for being wasteful. He's also blaming Jasper for being fucking responsible for half of a fucking garbage can, you know, per week, just for the goddamn fucking, you know, kitty litter. So, yeah, it's Jasper's fault apparently. So let's see what else Phil will fucking explain that he doesn't find reasonable.
1 can for just recyclables. So that would be, you know, cardboard, plastic, etc. That isn't that big of a deal. And once you get into the swing of that, you know, no big deal. But then they want you to have one where you literally take all of your food scraps and you're supposed to either put them down a food disposal in your sink, which we have, or you're actually supposed to separate that out and put it into a separate can that then goes into what they call composting. But there's all these incredibly strict requirements of what could be and not be composted, and it can't have any kind of things mixed in with it. It's basically a pain in the ass, all right? And then you have your actual can of trash, which is supposed to be everything else, you know, soiled paper product, plastic that can't be recycled, packaging, tape, you know, junk like cleaning, you clean your house, you're gonna throw that out. So all that stuff, right? Now, here's the thing, okay? If it wasn't a big deal, like if it was easy to do, if they made it easy to do, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't care.
What do you mean if they made it fucking easy to do? They fucking tell you fucking split this shit up and you just fucking put it in the appropriate fucking bin and they fucking clean it when appropriate.
Problem is the criteria are so strict that if you do it wrong, you get yelled at, you get in trouble. We have a compost bin at the end of the street, and there's been several times, and it wasn't actually me or my family, but there's been several times since I've lived here in the 10 years I've been here, that there's been angry, you know, messages going out. You guys put the wrong thing in the compost bin again, and yada yada yada. And it's like, so
of course it's never fucking Phil's fault. It's someone else's. It's someone else. Someone else in the community is letting down everyone else.
Super strict. But then you want everyone to do it, but then you won't make it easy, so obviously people aren't going to do it right? And then on top of that, so then, oh, well, because we have the separate trash, recycling, and compost, well, that means that you only get 1 can of trash every 2 weeks. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, again, where do the rules come from? Did anyone actually test them to see if they would make sense? And how many people actually abide by them, right? That's a really good question. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because I had to go to the garbage dump yesterday. Like I say, every few months, it's usually 2 to 3 months, we have garbage that accumulates.
Yeah, all those fucking DoorDash boxes and fucking bottles of gin.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Otto Insane for Super Chat. It says if you had normal crockery, you'd not have so much waste. No way should 2 people in a cat produce that much crap.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
And thank you very much to Puckfootin for Super Chat. It says, imagine starting a podcast talking about garbage. Well, nothing but garbage usually comes out of this fucking pig's little mouth anyway, on a daily fucking basis. It's quite fitting in the actual fucking content of things he's fucking saying is actually about garbage. But Phil was basically bitching and whining and moaning about actually fucking putting effort into fucking recycling appropriately, which for most normal adults is not that big a fucking deal, but apparently for Phil Burnell, it's a really fucking big headache and almost an impossibility for him. It causes him stress, it causes him anxiety. Plus you have extra fucking trash because of all the fucking DoorDash containers they fucking accumulate, and all the fucking gin bottles and fucking brandy bottles, not shit and whatever. What is he drinking now apparently? Tequila. Tequila is apparently his fucking drink of choice these days. He wants to fucking drink tequila for his fucking Street Fighter event. So, yeah, it's just unreal. It's unreal. It's just the same. It's just, no wonder you fucking accumulate so much fucking shit. Oh, we need to go to a fucking dump every couple of months. Aye, because you're a fucking pig and you fucking order it all the goddamn fucking time. You can't help yourself. DC's asking why I brand Broxy. Broxy is somebody who was here months and months ago, but they basically just they didn't seem to want to. They're basically being arseholes, you know what I mean? I said, if you're not happy being here, just fucking go. No one's fucking stopping you. Yeah, DC, I will answer very carefully and honestly with you. I banned Broxy because they were a pain in the arse. They were a pain in the arse several months ago. They're still a pain in the arse now. If you're going to keep asking and asking about it, I'm going to probably get rid of you as well. It's just if you don't want to be here, just go elsewhere. Meerkat streaming right now. Go to Meerkat streaming and enjoy that detractor stream. But no one's forcing anyone to stay here. They don't want to be here. Simple as that.
To see if they would make sense and how many people actually abide by them, right? That's a really good question. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because I had to go to the garbage dump yesterday. Like I said, every few months, it's usually 2 to 3 months, we have garbage that accumulates. I save stuff that's basically like not food to be thrown out in a group thing, and I go to the garbage dump. All right, so I basically cleaned out the garage, went to the garbage dump. Now I've got big ass heavy bags of trash. This has cat litter and other heavy dense shit in it. Okay, so it's heavy shit. This isn't like, oh, it's a bunch of paper that's light. These are very heavy bags weighing down my car. So I go to the dump. Now here's how it works. Yes, you have to pay money. It's not free. Okay, you have to pay money to go to the garbage dump, which is, I guess, fine. So you pay, and you drive in, and it's this, like, how can I explain it? Like it's not a hole, because it's actually like concrete, like a big, giant, rectangular concrete area in the ground. And on the edges of it, they have these, like, ropes to stop people from walking in, because obviously you're not supposed to go in there. But what you do is you drive up, and there's all these parking spots, and you back in, and you take your bags or your trash. There's people who are contractors and stuff. You know, they have jobs that they destroy furniture and shit. What are you going to do with that? You get rid of it at the dump. So all you do is you back up, and then you take your stuff, and you throw it through the ropes or over the ropes into this big gully or whatever it is. And they have these machines that come during the day. These people will come, and they'll control the machines. A big metal arm comes down. It'll push all the stuff around and crush it all together. And then eventually a truck comes and just grabs that giant container that's in the ground and drives away to actually go to the real garbage dump. This is essentially like a transfer station where you dump your stuff, okay? So I go and, I go to it and I'm looking, I'm like, what's going on? The entire thing is different. Now, I haven't been there in a few months. Like I said, I probably went like beginning of this year was probably the last time that I went to the dump. So it's been a while since I've been there. So I go in, I'm like, this looks completely different, all right? There's a giant yellow metal wall blocking where you throw your trash. Now, I'm 6 feet tall, and I would say this metal...
Lies, and more damn lies. Phil Burnell is not 6 feet tall. He is 5'11". The guy is a fucking massive liar. He cannot help himself but lie all the goddamn fucking time. Philip Burnell is not 6 feet tall. I want to reiterate that. He is 5'11". Plus he fucking hasn't got the strength to fucking throw anything anyway with those goddamn noodle arms.
Metal wall was probably up to chest level, so probably like maybe 4 to 5 feet tall. It was literally like up to right here, okay? So, if it's going to be around here, think about this. Right by default, if you're short, how are you supposed to throw your trash out? Right? Now, you might say, well, it's a metal wall. Well, what is it, a gate? It is a gate, but it's padlocked shut. And you can't open it unless you find an employee who's not doing anything and explain to them, hey, I've got a ridiculous amount of trash I need to throw out, and I can't just throw it over. Can you open the gate and supervise while I do this? So I'm looking all around, and I'm like, why would they have done this, right? And I'm looking all around, and I see these new signs that have never been there before. And they say, get this, warning, danger, stand back from the drop zone. Warning, fall danger imminent. And I'm looking, I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I know what happened. Some fucking person came in here, clumsy as shit, and must have fallen into the fucking garbage ditch.
I knew it. His funny story is somebody fucking hurting themselves. His funny story that he fucking, talked to me was, oh, I got a funny story for you guys. And started talking about somebody actually fucking hurt themselves falling in to some sort of fucking garbage dump. Holy shit, he fucking just cannot help but love fucking human suffering. He loves it when other people are fucking apparently suffering.
And probably got hurt. They probably went in there and fell and broke a leg because it's all trash down there. You got furniture, you got metal, you got all kinds of shit. They might have fallen in there, got stabbed, right? Or impaled or something. So someone was basically completely not being responsible, falls in and gets hurt. Now, what are the chances they didn't sue the city, right? I guarantee you, if someone fell in there, they're probably suing. Now, I've been to this dump probably 2 to 3 times a year for the past 3 years, maybe 4. All right, I think I started going when Kat had actually moved in. We started cleaning the house out, and that's when we started going to the dump. So probably 2018. So you're talking 4 or 5 years. Not once have I ever gotten close to falling into.
Quite interesting how a lot of fucking, waste seemed to increase massively as soon as Kat moved in. Almost as if, that she was fucking responsible for maybe a lot of this extra garbage they're having to get rid of. Didn't seem to be a fucking problem for Phil Burnell back when Leanna was living with him. But as soon as Kat moved in with him, it's all of a sudden it's like we need to go to the fucking dump a few times a year.
So probably 2018. So you're talking 4 or 5 years. Not once have I ever gotten close to falling into this thing. And I've had giant ass heavy bags of trash. Not once. And the thing is, I've been going, I just must not have been a frequent thing, or else it would have happened earlier. So you have to say one person, literally one person probably, being completely unsafe, slips in, gets hurt, and now they have to change the whole process. So now, to throw your trash, you either have to go find an employee and beg them to unlock the gate for you, or you have to throw your trash over a wall that's a good 6 feet away, if not further, from the ditch. Now again,
I'm sorry, but this would make a brilliant animation. Pixar Animations would probably have a great fucking time animating this situation precisely as Phil is fucking describing it. Just a wee, in fact, I just picture a wee fucking animated Phil begging profusely for someone to fucking help him throw his fucking rubbish out, and then just fucking seeing the noodle arm Phil struggling with a small, tiny bit of rubbish to throw over this whole 4-foot fucking wall. As I'm saying that, Pixar's in the fucking chat. As soon as I'm hearing the story, I'm just thinking how funny would this fucking be animated.
if you're having light-ass trash bags, oh, it's just a bunch of cleaning stuff for my house, but we have, heavy-ass things that have, cat litter and other things that have accumulated. So these bags are heavy as fuck, all right? So I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to go running around looking, because there's no employees, by the way. Looking around, there's no one there. There's no employees there. It's empty. So you have to wait around to try to find someone. They probably have skeleton crew, like most places these days. So I'm like, well, I just got to figure out a way to kind of throw it over. So there's a stairwell made of metal leaning up to one of those crane machines, and this is open and available. You just walk up it. So like, all right. So I grab my trash bag, and I walk up the stairwell, and I have to do a sideways toss to get my bags into the ditch, or else it wouldn't go. Like, I'd have to just jump it over the wall, and it would sit there in a face toss to get my bags into the ditch. Or
Money, money, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Luna Guardian for Super Chat. Says, I wish Phil would have fallen in. I mean, it would have been funny as all hell if Phil had fallen in, but nice. He hasn't even got the strength to lift the fucking bags in the fucking first place. There's no fucking risk of him going near enough the edge where the fucking that is. That's Kat's job. She's the one with all the fucking horsepower. So yeah, there's no way fucking Phil would have fallen in. Kat maybe, but no Phil.
crane machines, and this is open and available. You just walk up it. So like, all right. So I grab my trash bag, and I walk up the stairwell, and I have to do a sideways toss to get my bags into the ditch, or else it wouldn't go. Like, I'd have to just jump it over the wall, and it would sit there and accumulate gross. Now, the thing is, I get the feeling that's what's going to happen. You get a busy day. Do you really think people are going to give two fucking shits about throwing their stuff in the ditch? No. They're just going to say, oh, well, fuck you, and they're just going to dump it right over the wall and leave a giant pile of rotting shit there, and no one's going to care. So that's what's going to end up happening, is this new system to protect the people who slip in.
Money, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett. We also Super Chat says Wings and Boogie might be gassed in our first round of a fight, but Phil gets gassed throwing a garbage bag 6 feet. Phil gets gassed walking from his fucking closet back to his fucking chair. We have seen him fucking out of breath going from his fucking window back to his fucking chair. Also, Phil said fucking there, so we can tick off fuck. We have 3 things ticked off so far. Sadly, there seems to be no fucking drama talk yet about Keemstar or whatever. The card is looking a bit in jeopardy unless Phil gets fucking baited into fucking talking about it. He has 550 people on his stream right now. Far higher than usual. Maybe he'll be encouraged to fucking bring up at some fucking point. There is more people than usual. He is leading people left, right and fucking centre. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, the general consensus was Phil is going to fucking talk about Keemstar. He just won't be able to help himself. Fingers fucking crossed he will. But we've got 3 things ticked off so far, at least anyway. So at least we've got some things ticked off.
And no one's going to care. So that's what's going to end up happening is this new system to protect the people who slip in is just going to make a giant, disgusting, festering mess. Well, yeah, get what you ask for, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Like, one person, you know, makes a mistake, has an accident, and now the whole system's going to get broken, you know? And you could tell it was new because this wall did not look old. You could tell they probably added this wall in the last couple of weeks, and even the signs look brand new. So you could tell this is a new thing. So I guess we'll see what happens, but it was pretty frustrating because here it is. So here I am. Now, you guys know I have a bad back, right? I don't have a good back. My back is, you know, had back injuries over the years. I told you recently, my upper back's been killing me. So here I am taking these giant bags of heavy trash, and instead of just being able to push them in like I used to be able to, now I gotta lift, and I'm literally throwing like this. Oh! I'm doing like giant arcing tosses.
Sorry, Phil, can you demonstrate one more time, please, how you're throwing it? One more time, please. Just demonstrate.
Now I gotta lift, and I'm literally throwing like this. Oh! I'm doing like giant arc.
Okay. Now, can you do it one more time? I'm gonna do it nice and slow motion. We're gonna go 0.7, no, 0.5 speed. So, Phil, one more time. On the full screen, demonstrate please how you would throw these.
To push them in like I used to be able to. Now I gotta lift, and I'm literally throwing like this. Oh!
Okay, that'll do. Thank you very much, Phil, for clearly describing how it is you actually throw a bag. That is how Phil throws a bag. No wonder he's had so much fucking trouble. He's not fucking lifting with his back. His bad fucking back. But yeah. What? Jesus fucking Christ. Back to 1.25 speed. That's fucking idiot, man, I swear.
I'm doing like giant arcing tosses of heavy ass bags into this fucking ditch, which I shouldn't be doing. Alright? It's fucking stupid. Anyway, I got it done. And luckily I didn't seem to hurt myself. My back seems alright, but I mean, that's luck. It really is. I shouldn't be putting myself into a situation like that when I have an established back injury that re-injures itself every once in a while. I've been having issues with my upper back. It's just bullshit. But I guess I gotta deal with it now because some person slipped in and hurt themselves. And now everyone else, you know, has to now deal with the repercussions of that.
I mean, somebody could have fucking died, but poor Phil Bonnell with his fucking bad back had to fucking actually use some physical exertion to get rid of his fucking accumulated garbage or DoorDash and alcoholic bottles and all that shit. Who knows what the fuck happened to this person for this fucking new safety measure to be fucking implemented? But it's Phil that suffers ultimately at the fucking end of the day. Never mind the fucking poor bastard that fell into the fucking thing in the first place. It is Phil Burnell that ends up ultimately suffering because of their fucking bad back. Bad back Burnell is fucking at it again, bitching and whining because he is inconvenienced because someone had the audacity to fucking fall in and hurt themselves, potentially fatally.
And that's modern human society is instead of actually like being reasonable, like saying, okay, danger, you know, throw out your trash at your own risk, and, you know, warning, if you fall in, it's not our responsibility. Instead, have to build a giant fucking metal wall so no one can throw the trash out. Like, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Stupidity. Anyway, so that was the first thing I did. That was super fun. And I did my usual errands, you know. Went to the pet store, went to grocery shopping, had a few things to return at stores around the area and stuff. You know, various different things that I do on my day off. So, it was a pretty busy day, kind of going all around. And, you know, normal.
What do you mean? What do you mean fucking various things to fucking return? Are you buying a huge amount of fucking shit on Amazon again and then discovering you don't really fucking need to or want it and just fucking returning that shit? Various things to fucking return. What the fuck? Phil, are you and or Kat just basically fucking going crazy with the Amazon Prime you've got, just ordering a bunch of dumbass shit and then thinking, we probably shouldn't have bought this. Let's just return this shit. It's not that fun.
Came home. We actually cleaned the house yesterday. We decided since I was going to be...
Bullshit. That house has not really been cleaned that fucking well because look at that microphone. Look at the accumulated dust on that fucking microphone, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to see it if I can switch this for you, maybe. But yeah, you can see it here. Look at all the dust still sitting here. It's so... You can actually probably see it just about here as well, yeah. Look at all this dust. Phil's office does not get fucking touched with a goddamn fucking duster. Cleaning? What fucking clean? Nah, bullshit. That shit does not get cleaned.
You know, home and we weren't going out, that we should make use of the time, and we did a pretty thorough cleaning of the various different rooms, scrubbing floors and, you know, cleaning toilets, and I know, very exciting for my day off, right? For dinner, we ended up having, Chinese food. Really good Chinese restaurant we ordered from. I got the exact same thing that you saw me eat months ago when I ordered Chinese food for one of my special marathons. It was called black pepper chicken. I love it. It just tastes so amazing. Savory and a little bit of spice and everything. Really good. And my wife got Kung Pao chicken, which was very spicy. We didn't know it was going to be that spicy, and she's probably like, I'm never ordering that again. It was way too hot. We ended up sharing. Like, she ate half, I ate half, and then we swapped. So she ate the second half of mine. I had some of hers. I was like, wow, yours is really hot. Like, very spicy. So we had that, and, you know, we ended up kind of relaxing. We were watching various playthroughs. We watched someone actually play through the entirety of The Last of Us Part 1 on PC.
That's a lot of fucking time to commit to that, Phil. You're still getting cut by Kat by her forcing you to fucking watch better, more successful YouTubers, I see. This is the thing, Phil never did this back in the fucking day. Jesus fucking Christ, but now all of a sudden Kat is forcing him to fucking watch other better, more successful YouTubers. Maybe she's hoping that fucking Phil might improve subconsciously, but I don't think that's got any fucking chance of happening whatsoever.
Which has been a broken, horrible mess. They finally finished it, and it was funny because when they first started playing the game was full of bugs and issues, but I guess they did patch the game and it runs better now, because we watched them play the whole second half without any real bugs. So, seems like it was pretty good. It was interesting because this is a person who had never played the game before and didn't even know the ending. I was like, damn, 10 years later, someone actually doesn't know the ending to The Last of Us 1. It's interesting to see how they reacted. Pretty much how I did, like philosophical discussion about like what was the right and wrong choice to make in the case of, you know, Joel and Ellie and the Fireflies. So, and then we relaxed a little. You know, another two major, a pretty.
Yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to James L for the super chat, who says the last mention of Queen in the Office was September 2020. Fucking hell. September 2020 was the last time Phil even mentioned that office got fucking cleaned. That's a long fucking time. It's almost 3 fucking years, for fuck's sake. It's almost as fucking long as time as when Phil had his last shower, for fuck's sake. Phil just got a massive super chat. Don't know if you saw it in the corner there, but Phil got a massive super chat there, 50 buckaroos. So, hey DSP, you've been entertaining me since Left 4 Dead 2, so here's a little something to thank you. I hope you'll try Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection sometime. Use this how you want, but here's the money for it. LOL. This is this person's very first super chat, Crystal Laser. Yeah, I can guarantee that money is not going to go to video games whatsoever. Phil will probably have no interest in playing that fucking game either, and he'll just fucking instead just like that. He's definitely not playing it. I'm going to guarantee right now Phil is not playing that game unless it's fucking free on fucking Game Pass.
In the Firefly, so, and then we relaxed a little more. You know, another two major. A pretty laid back day. Next week's going to be a way more busy day for us. For sure. Where we're going to be doing all kinds of, you know, interesting stuff to prepare, you know, like I said, for the special event coming up on May 21st. We got to go shopping. So, that should be fun, okay? Anyway, so that was the day off, nothing too special. But of course, as I said, whenever I have a day off, a million things happen. There was a ton of gaming news going down, like out of nowhere, and some other positive updates that I'm about to reveal to you, okay? So I hope that you guys are ready to talk about some interesting stuff that happened. I mean, there's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt today, in particular, okay? Anyway, so welcome everyone. This is a 6-day streaming week for me, starting today and ending on Tuesday of next week. It should be 6 full-time days, and what I mean by that is there should be no interruptions. It should be 6 days of full-time gameplay streaming without any problems, which should be fine. And I hope that you guys will join me all day, every day. Okay, well, obviously it's not all day, every day. There's breaks and everything. But this is a pretty good schedule for this week. I feel like what we should do is go through the schedule, talk about what I'm doing this week, so that you guys are in the know about that. And then we'll talk a little bit more about long-term events going on this month. And then we will get into some very positive updates and game news. Okay? Sound good? I see many people are showing up. Very nice. Okay, let's get started. So today, we got a fun level 1 podcast, and when this show is done, we're going to switch over to Elden Ring. This is my second run in the game, the Glintstone Magic run. Last year, obviously, I played it as a new release, and this year I've really been enjoying going through it for the last, 3 weeks or so as Glintstone Sorcerer. Very different run. You're essentially a glass cannon, meaning you die almost instantly every time you get hit by almost everything. But you're very powerful as long as you're using the right build, which I have been, because you guys have been guiding me to do the right things in this build, and I've been having a really good time in the game. We're actually currently in the capital city, or Imperial City, and we're about to head to the second half of it to clear it out, but also we got to go back and unlock the underground sewer area, because that's the optional dungeon in the Imperial City. Obviously, I want to be able to do that at some point, go fight the first version of Moog. So today, we'll likely try to finish the Imperial City, like the second half, because that really opens up the next half of the game. But then when we do that, we'll probably end up going back and doing some of the optional stuff, like either Deep Root Depths, or the Astral River / Noxtella, or something like that next, so that way we don't skip it. That should be pretty fun. Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's a continuation of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. We've made great strides in the game. We're now firmly into the second half of the game. Really enjoying the run so far, and you guys have been a great interactive audience. It's my first time I've ever played this for YouTube. I've played this game in the past, but I've certainly not, done anything interactive or done a public playthrough for you guys, which I've really, really been enjoying. So I hope you guys will join me for that tonight, okay? Tomorrow, special day, because ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is the release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So one of the news stories that obviously I should talk about is that this morning all the early reviews released for the game, and every major news outlet, and I'll emphasize that, every major news outlet, meaning all the big high-profile media, not individual gamers, but the big media, are essentially saying it's a 10 out of 10. It's better than the first one. It's such an amazing, robust...
Oh my fucking god. He actually fucking said robust, but that's not why I fucking paused it. Phil, you are fucking constantly bitching and whining. Why do you fucking go from sometimes trusting what these fuckers have to say about fucking video games and fucking using their fucking feedback to fucking determine if you're gonna fucking play a game or not? And all of a sudden you're having a go at them for having the fucking audacity to fucking like a game so much you gave it a fucking 10 out of 10? Oh, you've not even fucking touched the goddamn game yet, and you're fucking already critical of some of the scores it's fucking getting. That to me smacks completely of fucking double standards. You're not even fucking had 1 second in the fucking game, and yet you're fucking dismissing some of these fucking review scores just because they're from the fucking gaming media journalists who fucking, it's their job to fucking do this shit, to fucking review games and talk about games, play games, and fucking see how they fucking enough fulfill. Just, you're a contradictory wee fucking bitch, and it fucking really starts to grate after a fucking while. You fucking trust him 1 fucking week, and then the fucking following week you don't trust him whatsoever. Make up your fucking mind. Stay in one fucking lane, or whether you fucking trust these bastards or not.
Groundbreaking gameplay experience that never feels boring and always is refreshing and interesting. And I read some of these reviews, and I'm like, this is very reminiscent of what happened back in 2017. In 2017, every game journalist literally got down on their knees and kissed the ass of Breath of the Wild. Like, literally right on Link's butt cheeks, they started kissing. It's disgusting, because Link he's out there fighting, all kinds of shit. Octoroks and fucking Ganon and shit. His ass is very sweaty. But they're down and they're basically kicking his butt. They're like, what are you doing, man? What are you kissing him for? I just don't get it, because here's the thing, all right? Breath of the Wild was good, all right? It was good. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought that it was a really awesome Zelda experience with an open world that kind of had a similar kind of concept to, say, a Dark Souls game where, hey, you see it, you can go there, right? I liked the take that they changed up the dungeons, although I think I would have enjoyed more traditional dungeons. But the fact that they had mini dungeons that were more puzzles, and then the larger dungeons that were kind of beasts was kind of interesting. I thought the plot was just okay, honestly. And again, the graphics were just kind of okay. The graphics did not blow me away. I tried playing it on Switch, and my Switch bricked, so I played it on Wii U. Apparently, it played better on Wii U anyway, which is kind of funny. Apparently, on Switch, it was even more choppy. But there were things that weren't perfect about the game either. The whole weapon durability system was a very big slog. It basically held the game back, because you had to always kind of worry about your weapons breaking or whatever, and I didn't really like that. I also thought that there were some things about the game that were quite annoying, certain enemy types and stuff. I thought it was a mixed bag, but it was a very positive mixed bag. I enjoyed it way more than I disliked it. A game that I liked way better that year, that for some reason the game's media did not kiss its butt, was Super Mario Odyssey. I thought Super Mario Odyssey was an amazing way to take Mario into the modern age. It still retained a lot of the open 3D platforming aspects of games from prior iterations, but it added in a whole new mechanic of platforming and puzzles and challenge with the hats. So I thought, if anything, you're going to tell me a game that innovates. Well, all Zelda Breath of the Wild did was take Zelda and bring it into a modern era of every other game being an open world game, right?
So there's the fucking criteria right fucking there. It doesn't matter how fucking good the gameplay is. It doesn't matter how good the fucking graphics are. It doesn't matter fucking how much fun you have playing the goddamn game. Bill's fucking sole criteria for whether a fucking game is good or not, or better anyway, these days, is how innovative is it? How much innovation does it bring to the fucking table? This is the same motherfucker that fucking critiques all the fucking time, all the fucking advancements that fucking these gaming companies are trying to fucking make with things like fucking VR and all that shit. He's always fucking critical of these fucking game developers and gaming companies trying to fucking innovate and fucking think of the next big fucking thing in gaming. And yet at the same fucking time he is fucking crying and begging for games to be fucking innovative. It baffles the fucking mind. There is no satisfying this little piggy.
Well, I feel Mario Odyssey actually innovated. In addition, Mario Odyssey ran beautifully on the Switch. Smooth 60 frames, gorgeous graphics, much better performing, honestly, than I felt Breath of the Wild did. And most game journalists give like an 8, but Breath of the Wild's a 10, right? And I just didn't understand it. I was like, I don't get it. Clearly, if you're a fan of Nintendo games and you've played them all, you would see that Mario Odyssey is a better improvement than Zelda even is. You know, Breath of the Wild, I should say. So why would you always say that Breath of the Wild is 10 out of 10? And by the way, Breath of the Wild won fucking Game of the Year that year at the Game Awards. Like, why? I didn't get it, you know? And again, I'm not down-talking Breath of the Wild. I enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I thought it was a good game, but I wasn't in love with it, and I didn't even understand how people could be making these positive points about it when it had a lot of negative to it as well. It was kind of, like I said, it was a mix of good and bad, way more good than bad, but still it wasn't some perfect game, but a lot of people were acting like it was.
Shut the fuck up!
So, fast forward to today. It's literally the same situation again, from what I'm seeing, right? It seems like these game journalists are afraid to criticize Tears of the Kingdom. They're literally kissing its ass. And I'm like, here we go again. You know, I don't even know if I can trust them. The reviews are reading the same. If you read a review of Breath of the Wild and then you read it next to the review of Tears of the Kingdom, essentially it's the same review, except that they're basically saying, oh, it now has crafting, and the crafting adds even more to it, and there's more ingenuity in the puzzles and whatever. But outside of that, it's like, what else? Is there anything else? And like, So, you know, what it is
money, yeah, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much to Brad Burnane for the super chat. It says Mario Odyssey Metacritic score 97. Idiot. Very good fucking point. I like as well, Cody Taylor, right before our super chat was sent, Cody Taylor in chat says Mario Odyssey has a 97. You two went to the exact same place at the exact same time. You both went to Metacritic to check the fucking score and saw it had a 97, and you basically both said the same thing at the same time. You two are fucking, it's like in sync, it's unreal. But yeah, there you go. Phil Burnell is saying the game wasn't reviewed that fucking well. Mario Odyssey was not reviewed as well as fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild, and yet 97 out of a fucking 100 for Mario Odyssey is an extremely high fucking score. You know, so yeah, Phil's arguments, Phil's logic here, it's just, I guess it's another fucking fine example of Phil not doing his fucking actual research. He hasn't fucking looked into it as much. He just fucking got pissy that Mario Odyssey was not Game of the Year when he felt it was more innovative, and apparently fucking people like me saying that word now, I don't know why.
But outside of that, it's like, what else? Is there anything else? And like, So, you know, what it is they fucking kissed Breath of the Wild's ass so badly that if they take a game that's a sequel that essentially just is a straight up sequel to it, and they say it's not as good, then their previous review wouldn't even make sense. So of course they're gonna say it's 10 out of 10, right? They're gonna ignore all the flaws. This thing's running on the Switch. Do you really believe this thing is gonna run beautifully on the Switch and have no issues? Honestly, we're gonna find out. Here's the thing, all right? I am not going to go into Zelda with preconceived notions, and I'm not going to go into Zelda with the intention of ripping it a new asshole.
Oh, fucking shit, you fucking definitely are, because you're already fucking bitching and whining and moaning about the so apparent crafting mechanics. You're already fucking pissy and salty about the, oh, I'm going to have to do some crafting in this fucking game. Oh, it's going to turn into fucking Minecraft all of a fucking sudden. You already have these preconceived notions that a game's going to be annoying you because you're going to actually fucking have to put some sort of thought into what the fuck you're going to be fucking making to fucking advance in the fucking game. Now, Phil, I can guarantee you, Phil, you're definitely going to fucking have preconceived notions, Phil. So you're a massive fucking hypocrite right now for trying to claim you're not going to have these fucking things. Accept it. You're going to fucking have these preconceived notions. You're going to be biased. You're going to be fucking dismissive of the fucking game, and especially these fucking mechanics that brought into this fucking Zelda game, just because you don't fucking like it. Just because, that's the thing. Just because you don't like the fucking mechanic of the game does not mean it's not a good mechanic. It just means you're not fucking that good at using that fucking mechanic.
Going to go into Zelda with preconceived notions, and I'm not going to go into Zelda with the intention of ripping it a new asshole. I think, sadly, a lot of people who do online content these days are definitely looking for that. They're looking for something to yell at. They're looking for something to complain about, to be controversial. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy the game today. I'm going to install it on my Switch. Starting tomorrow, all day long, we're playing this. We're playing it on the first and second streams. I'm going to give this game a fair shake. I'm going to, judge it for what it is. All right, I'm going to be honest. From what I've seen, I'm not necessarily in love with the idea that half the game is crafting. If I wanted to play a game that was full of crafting, I would either play Minecraft or I would play, Fortnite Battle Royale before they got rid of the crafting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be playing a game that already has established gameplay elements that everyone likes and wants, and now this has to take a back seat because you decided to combine it with crafting from other franchises.
Okay, fuck off, Phil. No, Phil. On one hand, he's upset that games don't fucking try and innovate and they fucking stick to the same fucking formula, which means why bother getting the fucking new game when you can just play the fucking old game and get the exact same fucking experience? So on one hand, he's bitching and whining about these fucking games all being the same fucking copy and paste sort of fucking games year after fucking year, and they don't try and fucking do anything new to fucking make it more interesting and make it worth all fucking buying. Then when fucking Nintendo actually fucking do something new with Zelda and try and incorporate some sort of interesting mechanic into it, Bill's bitching and whining and moaning that they've changed something away from the fucking original format. Why would they do that when everyone loved the old format? There is simply no fucking pleasing this goddamn pig roach.
I'm a little confused at this, of how this is supposed to be something that is going to be a 10 out of 10 situation when all you've done is taken something from another franchise, lifted it, pasted it into your game, 10 out of 10. How? I don't get it, and I don't even understand how it's going to really fit in, because I do feel like it's going to end up being something that kind of holds us all back, right? So, I guess we're going to see. Let's see what happens, all right? And, I'll judge it fairly like I always do, at face value. I hope it's good. I'll be honest with you guys. I hope it's good. It's going to feel a little weird and nostalgic. Here's why. Breath of the Wild was the first playthrough ever, way back in 2017, so you're talking 6 years ago, when I actually became an interactive streamer. That's right, that was the early 2017. Before that playthrough, I was basically someone who made content for just on-demand viewers. Even though I had a live audience of hundreds and sometimes thousands, I ignored them. Now, let me ask you a question. Does that make any sense? If hundreds of thousands of people are coming to your streams to tune into you every day, why would you act like they're not there? And the answer is because I was an idiot. You know, I didn't understand the giant potential that I had to be an interactive streamer. And then when I started doing it, and my content changed, because I was having fun, meaningful conversations, because people were actually adding in their opinions, and sometimes if I got stuck, they would help on a game, or it made second runs of games better, or retro games better, because people could add in their own, you know, knowledge and stuff like that, rather than just be me trying to do it cold. You know, my content changed a lot, and I do feel like today, my content today is just way more meaningful. I really 100% feel that, all right? And thank you, because I really do appreciate those who come and interact with me on a daily basis. 6 years of fun, interactive streaming, as opposed to me just sitting here playing games for myself. So it's funny because I remember distinctly while playing Breath of the Wild, having those conversations with everyone. Wow, everyone, I'm talking with you guys now. What do you want to talk about when I'm playing? And people, I remember back then people were trying to troll. They were doing like 10-cent, you know, cheers. It was 10-bit cheers over on Twitch. And essentially it pop-ups constantly on the screen. I was like, how am I going to play the game when the pop-ups never end, right? And people were basically trying to mess around with the whole system. It was kind of fun, but it was very much like the Wild West at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So let's play it by ear tomorrow. Let's be fair. Playing it all day, both streams. Let's see for ourselves and judge, you know, how much of a major thing is this new crafting system? Is it really going to change the face of how the game plays? How fun is it? If every games journalist is saying 10 out of 10, yeah, sadly, I hate to say it, have to kind of take it with a grain of salt, because they did exactly the same thing with Breath of the Wild, and I thought that was a far from perfect game. Good game, but a far from perfect one, okay? However, I will say this. It does dishearten me when it comes to like the Game of the Year awards this year. Because if all the journalists are just saying 10 out of 10 Zelda, this is what they did in 2017, and Breath of the Wild's immediately just a shoo-in for Game of the Year. Yeah, but there's a lot of other games coming out this year that have really good potential. I think this year, we actually have big potential to actually see a game that normally would not be a Game of the Year contender be one. Like, for example, we might have a fighting game with Street Fighter 6, or maybe Mortal Kombat 12, maybe Tekken 8. Maybe we could have a fighting game that could actually be a Game of the Year contender for once. That would be pretty cool, because that shit never happens. It's always, oh, that's its own genre. But what about overall? If the game is providing content, if the game is providing great control, great graphics, tons of replayability, just because it's a certain genre, it's not eligible. Oh, but Zelda is just by default always the Game of the Year, right? I don't believe that. So I guess we'll see what happens, but starting tomorrow, it's Zelda time, all day long, first and second gameplay streams, okay? Then on Saturday, it's going to be DSP versus the Internet. This is my weekly clip react show where I react to clips that the members of the channel have nominated. If you're a channel member and you didn't nominate clips yet, I strongly urge you to do so. I'm looking at you Ultra members, because the way it works is when you become a channel member, you go to a general community post that I post up every Sunday night, and you nominate the videos you want me to watch on the show. Now, it's first come, first serve, so we just go in order, write down the listing, and you know, it's always fun, it's always good variety. But the Ultra members, people who join at the highest level, which obviously is more expensive, but it supports the channel more, they're guaranteed to have their videos watched on the show, you see? So, if you're an Ultra member, I strongly urge you, if you haven't yet, post up your videos right away. When I checked the other day, now admittedly this was like a day or two ago, there was only 5 Ultra member submissions. Usually we have like 9 or 10. So half the Ultra members apparently didn't post, and you're going to miss out, because if you wait till the very last minute, I might miss your post. You know, you have to post up within 24 hours of the show. So I would say, please, today, Post up your nominations for DSP versus the Internet if you haven't yet, all right? And by the way, that's all over on my sister channel, DSP Reacts. That is my React channel. Had a lot of new content over the last couple of weeks, including clips from the DSP versus the Internet show, my long-form React to the Internet Historian YouTube channel, the review of the new Legion of Superheroes animated movie on HBO Max, and yes, my latest tier maker from Monday night, which was ranking all the Zelda games, which has done pretty good views-wise, and I'm very pleased with how that performed. So there you go, okay? Saturday night, we're going to do more Zelda. Yes, the late stream on Saturday will be another dose of Zelda fun. Then on Sunday, we'll mix it up. So Sunday's main gameplay stream will be Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And Sunday night will be got a little indigestion. Oblivion, Shivering Owls DLC, which we're actually getting very close to finishing. And I'm thinking we may actually finish the DLC on Sunday night, which then means we can head into the home stretch of the game's story and maybe beat it within a couple more streams and wrap up the Oblivion playthrough, okay? So then, Monday and Tuesday, we're kind of alternating. Depending on how much you guys like Zelda, all right, we'll determine how much Zelda we play. We could easily play Zelda both days. We could play Zelda one day, and then we could do more Star Wars. You know, we'll see. Or if you really want Elden Ring, we could even put Elden Ring in there too. It's up to you. And then the night streams, again, will be alternation between Final Fantasy V and Oblivion.
Shut the fuck up, you boring bastard. I'm going 1.5. I'm going 1.5. He's boring the crap at me, man. Jesus Christ.
As we push to finish. Now, here's the thing. At this point now, I'm juggling 3 daytime games. That's too many. So my goal is to try to finish up with Oblivion, Final Fantasy V, or both within the next 1 to 2 weeks. And now the night streams will also be reserved for main daytime games. Because there are a couple games coming out in the next couple of weeks that I'm interested in playing. But honestly, right now, I can't take on another game. I don't even have a time slot for it, you see? So depending on how the late night streams go, that'll determine what games are daytime games, what games will be pushed into night streams, what games will alternate, etc. The next major game I'm really eyeballing for this month would be the Lord of the Rings Gollum game that's coming out at the very end of the month. It looks interesting. It's supposed to be following the story of Gollum when he's not doing things that were essentially in the movies. So there's this in-between time where he had lost the ring to Bilbo, but he was basically working for Mordor, and Mordor was doing stuff, and then he actually at one point, I guess, was with Aragorn or something. So there's all this time frame covered in this game, which is interesting. And I'm interested in it. But, you know, I don't know if we're going to have time to do it, quite frankly. So because we're going to be already juggling 3 games and another 2 games at night, so we have to see what happens when it comes to the schedule. I have about 2 weeks to kind of focus in on the games that I'm playing right now and see how far we can get. And if we wrap up some of the nighttime games that maybe we have opportunity to add another game to the rotation, we will, okay? So it's kind of a wait-and-see attitude. I don't want to promise you what games I'll be playing by the end of the month, only because we got to see how far we're getting in the current ones, all right? But I am hoping, hopefully, we do see major progress in the completion of some of these late-night chill stream games, and then we can have more games into the major rotation. Keep in mind, the late-night chill stream games are essentially supposed to be filler for when there's not new releases. Now we have new releases, and I'm realizing, oh crap, I have too many going on, and I need to kind of scale back on the late-night chill for now, okay? Okay, so there you go. And one other thing, we already mentioned it, but I just want to keep, you know, hyping it up. Yes, on Sunday, May 21st, it is DSP's Fight and Feast event, where we'll be hyping up old school Street Fighter by playing the old school games. You guys will vote on which ones in the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection you want to see me play. You'll be voting on character selection. I'll be playing through those on the arcade modes at the highest level of difficulty. There's also going to be multiple tier maker ranking challenge events, where we're going to be ranking fighting games and maybe Street Fighter games and Street Fighter characters and stuff like that. That's going to be fun. I'll be trying out recipes from the Street Fighter cookbook that my wife is going to make. Well, maybe have some drinking during that event, and maybe even a fantasy match in WWE 2K. We'll see. So mark the calendars. It is 1 week from this Sunday. DSP's Fight and Feast here on DSP Gaming. I hope you will consider joining. It should be a great time, okay? All right, and outside of that, you know, that's really all I have to talk about right now. Obviously, you know, as we get further into the month and we see how things go, we might have more to talk about. So, guys, thank you so much. Already people are contributing, and I really appreciate that. I will shout out all contributions after we get to the next segment. Remember, contribution shout-outs and all that is at the end of the show. But thank you so much. Remember, I am a crowd-funded individual, and what that means is I don't get sponsorships or partnerships or anything like that. We keep those off the streams purposefully so that when you guys are here, we can have fun interactions. You can trust what I'm saying because I'm not shilling some product, and we can have a good time together that's meaningful. So not just a paid, you know, promotion for me to make a living. You guys allow me to make a living doing what I love, and I really appreciate all the support you guys give me every day. Whether it's simply liking a stream or a video, which adds engagement, whether it's commenting on a stream or commenting on a video, which also adds engagement, whether it's a super chat or a super sticker here on the stream, or maybe a super thanks on a video you're particularly enjoying, maybe consider becoming a member of the channel or gifting some memberships to the community. You know, I would say these next couple of weeks, you know, starting tomorrow with Zelda, and then the next couple of weeks, the special Street Fighter event and everything, we're going to probably have some really good attendance on streams coming up. So now would be a great opportunity if you wanted to help out the community and you wanted to drop some gifted memberships. This would really help out right now, right? We've lost over 100 gifted memberships in the last week because that was kind of the anniversary of my birthday from April, and we had a lot of gifted memberships.
You didn't really fucking lose them, they were fucking gifted to you, Phil. You know, and nobody fucking wanted to renew them. So people let that fucking shit willingly expire because they didn't want to fucking repay you $4 for a fucking perk of being a member to your shitey fucking channel. You fucking begging me, bitch. Fuck me, man. No, never mind fucking Phil. No, I did this fucking other night as well. I need beer money. Never mind Phil and his fucking whaling habit and WWE Champions fucking spending $837 fucking dollars on the latest fucking WWE Champions event. No, I'm going to Spain tomorrow. I need beer money because I'm going to be drinking a lot of fucking. People want to be a thumbnail worthy. Is this thumbnail worthy? This face. Is this really a thumbnail of a face? I guess it could be. It's not the most flattering expression. Yeah, I guess. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a brilliantly tuned Dark Side of Flow. Okay, hold on. I've got the website handy right here. Okay, let's see how this looks. Anthony's saying if I have a coffee button, I would buy one. I actually do. I actually do have a coffee button. I think it's on my page somewhere on YouTube. But I do actually have a coffee button thing. This turned out really well, by the way. This is a really good fucking crop out, so there we go. There's a next potential thumbnail for me. Phil's strangely shaped fucking head. Yeah, what the fuck? Maybe it's just the way it's fucking angled, like it's cast out to the side, but what the fuck? He's got such a weirdly shaped fucking head. But, hey, fucking go. We have a potential thumbnail at least anyway.
In April, and they expire. So hey, get some memberships now. There's going to be tons of people here ready to accept them. And thank you in advance to anyone who supports the community in that way. I really appreciate that. Okay? Cool. All right. Without further ado, I think it's time for us to start talking about gaming news and other things that have happened. All right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let me get this open here to my news listing here of all the things I want to talk about today. So there's apparently a strong rumor that Bloodborne is finally going to be re-released and remastered. Not a remake from the ground up, but that Bloodborne will actually be released for PC and PlayStation 5 this year, perhaps. All right? The rumor is coming supposedly from David Jaff, the guy who created God of War, who seems to be an industry insider who's had some advanced knowledge of things like the Wolverine Sony exclusive game beforehand. So maybe he's right. Maybe the climate is finally right for this to happen. Okay? But a lot of people are incredibly skeptical. They're like, dude, wait a minute. There have been rumors over and over of Bloodborne being re-released, remade, whatever, for years and years and years, and it's always been a lie, even when people claim it's credible. So a lot of people are like, you know what, Mr. Jaff or whatever, I don't know if it's Jaffe or Jaff, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's like, listen, he's a nice guy, but you know what? Still, even though he's usually right on the things that he says and predicts, people are still being incredibly like skeptical about this and saying, yeah, I don't know if I should believe it. You know what it is? It's a case where when you get your hopes up, right, so much about something, so often, what ends up happening is you just don't really care anymore. If it happens, and that's great. But when you hear this rumor over and over, you get what they call punch drunk, or you get kind of like desensitized to it. You know, would it be great to have Bloodborne released on a modern console? Of course it would. One of the major complaints about Bloodborne is that it's stuck at 30 frames per second and always has been. You can't actually even unlock it. If you try, the game basically breaks apart, crashes. It was designed to run at 30 frames. So if they're redoing it at 60 frames for PC and for PS5 with better detail, I think everyone would be back in the Bloodborne. I would do another run of Bloodborne. For sure I would. That's a great game. I love the lore of Bloodborne in particular. It's really fun. So, you know, I'd be excited. But again, it's like, do you really want to actually get your hopes up? Probably not, right? Probably not. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I distracted. I'm good now. Okay, so that's the first story. Continuing on. Let's see here. Oh, this was an interesting one. Because this is one that I feel like, this is something that should have been years and years ago, and I don't know what took them so long. Google has now publicly confirmed it is testing new technologies and experimenting, with a feature that limits the use of ad blocking on YouTube. All right? Now, it's funny because this has been a huge thing on YouTube forever, right? Now, these days, is ad blocking as big of a concern as it used to be on YouTube for content creators? Not as much. Why? Because ad revenue tanked in 2017, and it kind of went way down, and then it kind of went a little above, then way down again. So when ad revenue is going like this, and usually is on the downward trend, it's not as big of a deal. YouTube has been trying desperately in the last few years to try to shove advertising down everyone's throats. For example, just recently, all right, I was on a live stream, and you guys said to me, Phil, why are ads running? And I said, what are you talking about? What, ads running? Like, yeah, ads running literally right now. We can't watch it. And I was like, what? So I checked into it, and come to find out, YouTube implemented this new thing that I had to undefault it, where when you do a live stream, YouTube will just determine when it feels like running ads and just run ads. You don't have to enable them. It just...
Is that even a fucking word? I had to undefault it. That was the only one that fucking heard that.
Where when you do a live stream, YouTube will just determine when it feels like running ads and just run ads. You don't have to enable them. It just does it out of nowhere. And I was like...
I didn't go back far enough. Hold on.
Right now, we can't watch it. And I was like, what? So I checked into it, and come to find out, YouTube implemented this new thing that I had to undefault it, where when you do a live stream, YouTube will just determine when it feels like running ads and just run ads. You don't have to enable them. It just does it out of nowhere. And I was like, well, I don't want that. I want to control ads in my content. I want to be sure if I'm going to do an ad break, I'll do an actual ad break. I don't want to be in the middle of an important discussion on a podcast or in the middle of a critical, important boss fight that you want to see, and now it runs a freaking ad, and when it comes back, oh, it's over. right? Like, how would that be meaningful at all? That's completely detrimental, right? Like, I want ultimate control over my content. So I ended up having to undo it, but that's just one example that YouTube keeps adding in these things to advertising. And it's obviously trying to push it to make more money. Because remember, YouTube makes money on ads, primarily. I mean, what else are they making revenue on? Probably paid memberships and super chats and super stickers. That's what they're making their money on, right? So, one of the big concerns, things that people have always talked about, is basically how, with YouTube, ad blocking, how that could be a big negative detriment for content creators. Because if you're someone who relies on making significant ad revenue, right, and your ad revenue is now being blocked by someone, right, because they're using an ad blocker, essentially some people over the years have actually equated it to stealing, saying if you're watching my content and my content has ads enabled, and you have an ad blocker on, it's like you're stealing the content. Because the agreement is you're going to watch the content for free, but you have to watch the ad so I get something out of it.
Don't pretend you've never fucking made that claim yourself, Phil. Don't you even fucking dare to pretend you've never said that exact same shit to your own fucking audience. Phil has made the exact same claims himself back in the fucking day. It's like you're fucking stealing from him if you have ad block on when you're watching his content. He said that back when ads were fucking also more profitable for him compared to today. But Phil has definitely fucking claimed that people are stealing from him if they fucking had ad block.
If you're blocking the ads, now you're stealing my content, which I'm supposed to make money on. You see? So this has been an argument, and this has gone back and forth many, many years. The thing is, since the adpocalypse, this has essentially changed the whole discussion. Now, most content creators would find it very hard to make a living on ad revenue. The very few that are lucky to do that essentially would have to have a really ginormous following of viewers who are all watching the ads at once. It's just not viable anymore in the modern day to really make a living, just having ads. You got to look for a sponsorship or a partnership opportunity. You have to be a live streamer that has things like the memberships.
Hold on, so Barrett Wells says there's a post in the That Being Said Discord right now. Oh, hold on. Let me have a wee fucking look at this shit. Let me have a wee fucking goosey gander at this shit. That Being Said Discord. I assume it's in DSP General Discussion. What's the fucking... How do you... Look at this. There's lots of fucking posts in the fucking Discord. What do you fucking... What am I looking for here? Can you narrow it down, Barrett Wells? Sorry. In today's stream discussion. Okay, don't even... I have no idea what to fucking look for. No. I see fucking Wings and Boogies squaring off with each other. The fucking fattest face I've ever fucking seen. Jesus Christ. Fuck me, man. Nah, I can't really find it. I'll come back to you later on if I can find it. Tommy says, sorry, I'm stealing your money by using your ad block. That's perfectly fine. I use ad block as well. I steal from everyone. Fuck it. So yeah. Damon Aston says, remember, he also shills for YouTube Premium. Exactly. And D-Dog says, DSP wants you to get YouTube Premium now, so he gets money regardless. It's a strange fucking way to fucking do it. Oh, Barrett Wells has shared a link to the thing. Hold on. let me click on Barrett Wells' link here. Let me click on Barrett. Shush me. Right. Yes, I've got the fucking app. Go for it. This all was to fucking see a post. Hold on. Get rid of this bingo. Oh, is it this fucking old ass post from Be Awesome one?
Money, yeah,
hold on.
Yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to David Riley for the super chat. It says you can feel Phil's fear. Keemstar's become his Voldemort. He is too scared to say his name. Yeah, actually might be onto something. He does not... He is battling with a force he cannot fucking control and contend with. Keemstar has really got him fucking suffering lately. Without a fucking shadow of a doubt. Right, so Barrett Wells, the post you linked me to, is it the Be Awesome one post? Like an old DSP post like this? Is this what you want me to see? Right, okay, it's fucking shit bigger. There we go. So I think Barrett Wells wanted me to fucking share this old ass post that Be Awesome one shared on That Being Said Discord. So Phil says, so the question asked in the topic was, is it right for DSP to ban people for using adblock? Phil responds, I'm not reading 5 pages of the post, but this is a simple matter, so I'll explain and end the discussion. If you watch my streams with adblock enabled, you have made an active decision to steal from me. On YouTube, I get paid for your view. On Twitch, I do not get paid unless you watch the ads. I put out a product, i.e. the stream, in exchange for your watching of the ad on that stream. If you deliberately use technology to bypass the portion of that transaction that allows me to do this for a living, you are a thief. It is the same as walking into a restaurant, eating a full meal, then walking out without paying the bill. And I can tell you now that a lot of people are doing it because for the amount of views my streams have gotten so far, I've earned less than half of what I make on YouTube. Now let's be honest here. I can't effectively enforce a no ad blocker policy since there's absolutely no way for me to know you're using one unless you tell me. But if you can believe it, some idiots have been blatantly announcing that they are, and they've tried to tell other viewers to do so while I've been running ads. In this case, I've banned a small number of people who've admitted to stealing from me and tried to convince others to do so. So there's no drama to be had here, it's cut and dry. If you steal from me and admit it and or try and convince others to do the same, you'll be banned. Period. One last thing, the mentality that I'm already paying you with my view does not apply to Twitch. It doesn't work like YouTube. Last time I checked, movies don't forgo charging you to see them just because you graced them if you desire to watch them. That's a ridiculous notion. Twitch TV content is the same thing, so that's it. Thread closed. Now, I can't mind exactly when this post was made, but I'm pretty certain it's quite fucking old. Based on the fucking old ass fucking forum layout there, not sure this is from his own forums and all that crap, you know, so this is an ancient fucking post right fucking here. But yeah, Phil basically flat out telling people you've watched ad block. So Phil was obviously streaming on Twitch at the time. This is also before Phil first left Twitch because they dared to fucking try to get him to stop from streaming at a higher bit rate. They're not letting me stream at fucking 10,000 kbs or something. They wanted me to lower my bitrate to stream. How fucking dare they tell me what to do? This is before all that shit happened. So we're fucking talking about like fucking 2014 maybe? 2015 perhaps? I don't know. But yeah, quality fucking stuff right there. Thank you very much Barrett Wells for sharing that post. That was a great wee blast from the past. And it just shows Phil was so bitchy and salty about people stealing his content before by having the audacity to use ad block. As you can see from me, this is my wee ad blocker up here. This is uBlock Origin I'm using. This fucking me symbol right here. I use it for everything. I don't care if it's fucking DSP I'm using it on or NFL detractors. I will steal from them all. I don't give a shit.
Just have an ad. You gotta look for a sponsorship or a partnership opportunity. You have to be a live streamer that has things like the memberships and the super chats and the super stickers and all of that combined. Or maybe you stream on Twitch, but you upload to YouTube, so you kind of split your efforts. That's what I used to do a couple years ago. Maybe you have a Patreon and people pledge to your Patreon for additional content, and that's more income. But whatever it is, basically content creators have realized we can't just put all our eggs in one basket. It doesn't work. Having everything rely on ad revenue, it's not working anymore, right? But now YouTube, or Google in general, is apparently going to implement this new technology that is going to unblock ads. That's an interesting concept for sure. If everyone has to watch ads on YouTube, content creators could definitely see revenue increase, but at the same time, if there's someone who always watched your content, but watched it with an ad blocker, and now they're just not going to watch it anymore, well, that's less views, less engagement. Will it actually hurt or help content creators? And another interesting part about this is, they didn't ask anyone. It's not like they asked a YouTube creator, hey guys, would you prefer to have more or less ads with ad blockers or whatever? Like, no one's saying that. They're just kind of doing it because they can. It's their business, it's their website, and they're just trying to experiment with it. Now, I've told you guys something. Last year, when I started doing React content, I knew that I was going to have to be able to watch YouTube content without ads. So I got YouTube Premium. Used to be called YouTube Red, okay? Now it's called YouTube Premium. And it is really good for my uses, all right? If you're someone who watches a lot of YouTube content, this is something that you're going to definitely benefit from. First of all advertisements on YouTube are eliminated. Not just the ones that play on videos, but sometimes YouTube has other ads and things implemented in your search feed and everything. It's all removed, okay? In addition, things just work a lot better. So for example, if you have YouTube Premium, you can actually use YouTube as an ongoing playlist and minimize it and do other stuff on your phone. You can play music and you could go read your emails, you could go read the news, you can scroll through, you could be playing something else, like a game or something, while music is playing from YouTube. And it allows you to do that. Couldn't do that previously. You try to minimize YouTube, the whole thing just shuts down, but now you can actually minimize YouTube and continue to enjoy it while you're doing other things. It also allows you to do, it's called offline viewing. So let's say, for example, you have a favorite show. What if, and I know this is probably not the case for anyone on planet Earth, but what if the Level 1 podcast was your favorite show, but you knew you weren't going to be able to watch a bunch of them this week, but maybe later this week you're going to be at work, you're going to go on a trip, you're not going to have a good internet connection, but you want to watch some of the podcasts as a way to kill time. Maybe you'll be on a bus for several hours or a train, right? So here's what you can do. You can actually set videos to auto-download, and they'll be on your device, your viewing device, without internet connection. So now you can go watch several videos, tons of videos later, and at your own leisure, and not need an internet connection to worry about buffering or whatever. It wouldn't be. It's already on there. You see? These are just a few of the options. Like, there's a lot of features of YouTube Premium. The reason I bring this up, I don't work for YouTube, and no, I don't get a cut if you get a YouTube Premium subscription. But I really feel like if you're someone who watches a lot of content on YouTube, it's kind of a no-brainer that you would do this. Now, yes, it is true that all YouTube content is essentially free. I know there's a few content creators that paywall stuff under memberships or whatever, but for the most part, all right, the content's free.
He did not just fucking say that. He did not just fucking say that shit right there. I know there's some YouTubers that fucking paywall their content. Look who's fucking talking about paywalling their fucking content. Of all the oh my fucking god, this little piggy, really.
I don't work for YouTube, and no, I don't get cut if you get a YouTube Premium subscription. But I really feel like if you're someone who watches a lot of content on YouTube, it's kind of a no-brainer that you would do this. Now, yes, it is true that all YouTube content is essentially free. I know there's a few content creators that paywall stuff under memberships or whatever, but for the most part, all right, the content's free. But I have had such a dramatically increased enjoyment of the YouTube viewing experience since I've been a YouTube Premium subscriber that I would be remiss to not recommend it to you, especially if this is happening and they're now going to try to make it so that you can't even block ads at all on YouTube. You've got to find a way around that. The last thing you want to do is be watching those intrusive ads. They are very intrusive, annoying. Some of these are minutes long and you can't skip. It's really bad. So I strongly recommend YouTube Premium. Now, here's the other cool thing. Let's say, for example, you like certain content creators and you watch their content all the time. If you get YouTube Premium, they're getting credit for your view, as if you watched all the ads on their channel. Yeah, they get paid for it as if you watched and you didn't. So essentially, what does YouTube Premium do? It gives you time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what most people want. That's the most valuable thing in life is time, right? You don't have to waste your time with the ads running. Support the people you like. Get the content you want. Don't watch a bunch of shitty ads. That's what the YouTube Premium is all about. So, again, if Google is going to be rolling this out and all of a sudden everyone starts noticing, oh my God, there's 5,000 ads on every video, I strongly recommend you get YouTube Premium. Now, here's the other thing, too. Some people might say something, all right? Some people might say, oh, wait a minute. Well, if this is the case and the ads are so intrusive, then content creators should just turn off ads on all their content and people will pay other ways to support the content. That would be the real way that a content creator would show that they like their audience. Actually, no. Want to know why? Because YouTube now has the ability. They started this, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago? YouTube can monetize whatever they want. It's actually been made now that if you don't monetize your own content, YouTube can auto-monetize it anyway. So you have, if you don't...
That's fucking news to me, because I sure as shit don't monetize my content, and as far as I'm fucking aware, you and Google don't give a shit about trying to fucking date off my fucking back. Also, this freeze frame, holy fucking shit. This freeze frame. Let's pause right here. Hold on. This is too good not to. It's too good not to fucking do this. Hold on. It feels like Phil's lying here, though. It really does feel like a fucking lie being told by Phil about Google doing this. I've seen nothing to support that claim. I have no clue if he's just pulling at his ass. I have no idea. Let's see. That works quite well. Okay, on with the bingo.
don't take creative control of your own content by becoming part of the partner program and running ads on it yourself, YouTube can still monetize your content. So it's like, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. I might as well run the ads, because if I don't and I don't get credit for it, YouTube's going to take credit for my work, right? So that's it. I mean, it just seems like we are destined for an ad-filled internet. And my suggestion is check out YouTube Premium, okay? All right. Continuing on. Starting on May 15th, so just a couple days, or a few days, 4 days. Burger King. Do I even have to follow that up? I guess I do. Burger King is doing something new to celebrate the release of the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse animated film. This is the follow-up to the 2018, was it 2018 or 2019? I can't remember. The Spider-Verse film from many years ago that did incredibly well, and everyone has wanted a sequel. Well, the sequel's coming out soon. It's actually early June, June 2nd. So they are launching, get this, the Spider Whopper. The Spider Whopper, or Red Whopper. All it really is, it looks like it's a standard Whopper with a red bun. All right. This reminds me of many years ago. Remember they had the, what was it, the Monster Whopper for Halloween, and it had a black bun, correct? It was funny because the bun just didn't really have any special flavor or anything to it. It just seemed like a normal bun, but then when you went to the bathroom, you crap green. Because the food coloring in it, when digested by the human digestional tract, would change colors to green. So everyone was pooping giant, piles of green poop. It was disgusting. It was very revolting, actually. Not normal. So, the question is, if you eat the Spider Whopper, what color will you be pooping later in the day? But in reality, it's not a big deal. It's kind of neat, I think, to do a tie-in like that. I think that the colored bun might bring some people to Burger King who haven't been there in a little bit, I guess. But quite frankly, I'm not exactly sure, what to expect with it. Will it taste better? It doesn't look like they changed anything else. It looks like the standard Whopper. So, there you go.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
There's a rumor. Get this. Listen to this rumor. id Software is working closely with Bethesda to overhaul the combat, because last August Bethesda showed off the Starfield preview and people thought the combat looked awful. Like it looked way too similar to say the Outer Wilds, Outer Worlds, or a Fallout kind of hybrid. And supposedly id now is stepping in to try to help them, or they have been stepping in since last August to help them refine the game. Is it true? I don't know, it's just a rumor and it's off 4chan. Now we all know that 4chan is incredibly credible and is always correct. So it's probably complete bullshit, by the way. There's one more story to talk about. Yesterday, all of the Mortal Kombat social media accounts started running a teaser about Mortal Kombat 12. And the teaser is very simple. It is a clock. And the clock is ticking to midnight. It goes 9, 10, 11, and you think, oh, they're counting through the Mortal Kombat games. It's going to hit 12. And as the hand is about to hit 12, it passes by 12 and goes to 1.
Who gives a fucking shit? Maypear's telling me to check my Discord. Hold on a fucking second. Let's see what he's got for me. Holy shit. Hello. So, we have something here that Maypear has found. Something quite interesting. hold on. 2 seconds. That's the first one. 2 seconds. Bear with me here. Bear with me, guys. So, I think I need to zoom out here. Yeah, I had a feeling I was still too zoomed in from the last time. Okay. So, Maypear's pulled these pictures up. Okay. So, this. Guess where this is? Guess what this is? Maypear has found the dump that Phil goes to. And these pictures were taken last month, April 2022. So, very recent. This is a landfill dump thing, that shit, you know. And it looks like this doesn't look like something that physically demanding. And there's 2 pictures. There's a second picture. This one here. So, you pull up to it, you throw it in. It seems quite straightforward. Unless the wall has come since between then and now. This does not seem like a big ordeal. Jesus Christ, I don't know. But yeah, Maypear, let's just finish here. So these pictures, so Maypear describes it as these pictures were the renting, recycling and transfer station from April 2020. Oh, April 2022. Oh, so it's not a month old, it's a year old. My bad. I read it as April and okay last month. So this is from April 2022, over a year ago. There is no metal wall yet, but observe a ditch Phil mentioned, and behold, the metal stairwell, the instrument of the king's torture. Also, reviews say there are always employees there to help and guide you. And going by that picture, that seems to be the case in my opinion, because it does look like there's people there helping if needed. So yeah, as I said, this picture is from over a year ago, but it's a great wee find from Maypear. This stairwell, it's like 2 steps. 2 or 3 steps, 2 or 3 steps. What's counting? 1, 2, 3. It's a set of 3 steps. Holy shit, you can climb that in 1. I can climb that in 1 step easily. Look at the traffic going. It's fucking bigger than the 3 steps combined. Holy fuck. This is what Phil's bitching and whining and moaning about. Holy fuck. So yeah, that's a great find, Maypear. Jesus Christ. But just to reiterate, that's from a year ago. So I'm sorry I said it originally was a month ago. I went with April and thought it was last month. That was April 2022. Those pictures are from. Also, this freeze frame, nah. I'm not going to bother this freeze frame. Not worth. It's too much of a forced face. This is definitely a forced face. When Phil forces it, it's no funny. This wasn't forced. Funny. This wasn't forced. Funny. But nah, when he forces it like this, when he's fucking trying to fucking be a clown like this, nah, not that fucking funny in my opinion.
So what does this mean? Well, there's no confirmation anywhere, but basically people are guessing. What this means is that, if you can believe it, this is going to be the 2nd franchise reboot for Mortal Kombat. Alright? What are you talking about, Phil? A 2nd franchise reboot? What does that even mean? Well, Mortal Kombat started in the 1990s, and originally there were 3 games that formed a trilogy that was a narrative whole. Then they started with the 3D games in 4, and yes, the narrative changed a little bit, but then they kind of went crazy, because after MK4, basically they stopped releasing arcade games, and Mortal Kombat became exclusively console games, mostly on PlayStation. And I think it was, what was it? Deadly Alliance, Deception, there was another one, and then it ended.
Just shut the fuck up about the goddamn history of fucking Street Fighter. Nobody gives a fucking shit. Even your fucking moderator, Eternal Napalm, was fucking saying nobody fucking cares about this fucking shit, Phil. He's had enough of it. He doesn't want you to fucking talk about this shit anymore.
For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be talking and saying absolutely nothing.
In Armageddon. And basically what they did with those games is they ran the franchise, I hate to say it, kind of into the ground to where they couldn't write anymore. You know, you had Liu Kang was dead and a zombie, right? Good characters were all dead, or you know, and there's real shitty characters now that was like, what the hell is this? And basically the combat became non-competitive. It became more of like a party game, a silly game, what's the over-the-top gore and stuff that they could do, but it wasn't necessarily taken seriously. It was more of like a console franchise, and it wasn't really esteemed in the competitive fighting game community anymore, okay? So what ended up happening was, around the time of Street Fighter 4, which was 2009, a lot of companies started looking at that like, oh, wait a minute, this is interesting. This is an opportunity for us to possibly regain prominence. Because, you know, let's be honest, franchises like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, they've been doing all right, but they wanted to kind of regain mainstream popularity like Street Fighter 4 had. And so in the case of Mortal Kombat, they made Mortal Kombat 9, which came out about a year and a half after Street Fighter 4, and this was an opportunity for them to kind of redo things and fix the mistakes they had done in the plot and make the game more competitive again. So what they ended up doing was rebooting it. And Mortal Kombat 9 was essentially Mortal Kombat 1.
No, shut the fuck up. Let me fucking cut to the fucking chase here. Let's go to fucking Phil's Twitter. So it seems the marketing for MK12 is saying it's going to be a reboot of MK1, but they already did that in MK9. Did we forget already? That's basically the fucking this whole fucking segment is basically that tweet right fucking there. Saying that. Phil doesn't have to say anything else. That is essentially it.
Again, where Raiden had a medallion that allowed him to go back in time and try to change the mistakes of the past. Try to change these key things in the timeline that had screwed stuff up and made everyone end up dying at the end of Armageddon. So, yeah, that's the story of Mortal Kombat 9, is let's redo it again, but fix those problems, okay? And so Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 became a new Mortal Kombat trilogy over the last 10 to 12 years, where they re-explored the same plot lines. You had characters who previously were, were one way, now they're different characters. They changed in the timeline. They play differently.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, a Prophet, for a super chat. It says he better shut his gouty mouth before I shut it for him. No one talks down about Mortal Kombat. Prophet's going to get you, Phil. He is fucking out for blood. How dare you talk down about Mortal Kombat around the big bad Prophet and his fucking mad ways. Jesus, I don't know. I'm saying, I don't play fighting games really, so I can't really fucking comment on it, but Phil's boring the crap at me with his fucking lore story from back in the fucking day. Fuck knows, man. But yeah, Prophet's not happy that Phil is dissing his Mortal Kombat.
They re-explored the same plot lines. You had characters who previously were, were one way, now they're different characters. They changed in the timeline. They play differently. Introduction of new characters and all kinds of stuff. And essentially, over this trilogy, the game became way more competitive. Rather than being a party game on PlayStation, now it became, it's more mainstream of a fighter. Now they started having competitive tournament leagues and everything, and it got back to prominence, quite frankly. It really did. Now, I'm not saying that Mortal Kombat ever had the prominence of Street Fighter or Tekken, but people started to respect the game again, which is always a good thing. And by the way, it's always a great seller, because Mortal Kombat games have a story as well as a bunch of offline content paired with the online content. It ends up being quite fun. So, they've already done.
I mean, when I think of DSP and Mortal Kombat, you know what I think of? Let me find it for you guys, okay? When I think of DSP and Mortal Kombat, this is precisely what I think of here. It's a bit of a long clip, but screw it. I'll use a Pixar version, fuck it. I'll use a Pixar version. So this is what I think of when it comes to Phil and Street Fighter.
Quan Chi. Tournament Quan Chi. Now, Quan Chi got nerfed. I wonder if this guy knows that Quan Chi got nerfed with this patch. His summoner mode has been nerfed. I guess there was some issues with Quan Chi.
What's up, Dark Side Bill?
Oh my god. We got a guy with a mic. Alright, let's play. Hopefully this guy...
why'd you mute?
Oh my god, we already have an idiot. I'm gonna play him though. It's okay, I'm gonna play this guy.
Hard too.
Yeah, why'd you mute that guy? Oh, why'd you do that?
Oh man.
Alright, let's play this guy. And then I'll mute the mic. Why'd you mute that guy?
Don't plug your mic in.
First match is gonna be a train wreck. I can already tell. Some idiot. Wow! Oh my god, this outfit is disgustingly ugly! Dude, look at how ugly this shit is! Are you kidding me? Hideous. What a hideous outfit. I can't even get out. I can't even get over how ugly the outfit is. Okay, no block. Great. I was holding block, but okay. Well, he got me with a combo.
Wow. Wow.
Listen to this idiot.
Oh my god. Unskippable. Unblockable. Why can't I block it? Oh my. Oh my god. Why can't
I can't even do a move. I can't teleport. I can't do anything.
Online combos. Oh my
Idiot.
Why can't I block you? Oh my god. Online play over the shitty they apply.
Oh yeah.
Drop your combo. You're terrible. You are awful. Get out of my face.
Oh my god.
Teleport some more?
What?
Oh no! Oh
Oh my god. What a fucking idiot.
no! No, for real though, why don't you just plug your mic in and talk to the people you play? You're such a shit talker. Honestly. It's so bad. So bad.
You know, he's just mashing buttons and he's hitting combos because I can't do anything.
So bad.
What a fucking idiot.
Oh no! I dropped the combo! What will I do? Online combo!
Oh my god.
Yo, your girlfriend's an idiot.
Look at this guy. Now he's gonna insult my girlfriend, but he says yeah, what a fucking
You're
loser.
fucking awful, too.
What a fucking loser.
Now look at my skeleton!
He said the line.
Wow. I actually have to upload this video.
Stop playing video games, you're terrible!
I have to upload this video to show the level of intelligence of the
Kill
common
yourself.
person
Kill
playing
yourself,
this
dear
fucking
bitch.
game. What a fucking idiot.
Such a legendary line. Now look at my skeleton, bitch. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, that's just. That is gone down in the track type folklore. You know, he still floats around and again. To fair, he's like, I'll say, I don't think he was a detractor completely before the match, but he certainly knew of Phil. And yeah, this certainly gave him attention and prominence. You know what I mean? He still floats around occasionally. So the guy's name is Cerulean. I can't mind how you fucking pronounce the goddamn name. Is his name down here anywhere? It is. There's Cerulean there. Cerulean, I don't fucking know. I don't know if it's a silent C or whatever. Somebody asked me as well, James is asking, can I play the one where an 11-year-old girl shuts down DSP? I guess there's no harm in trying to find it. It won't take too long, obviously. You know, just look at that image. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Two seconds. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. So it's a minute long. I found the clip. It's like a minute long.
Can we please go in the waiting room?
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Right behind you, idiot.
Damn!
You click on that.
Just walked in the door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, if you look around, you would have been able to know. It literally says waiting room on top of it.
Wow. You're quite rude.
Wow. I'm 11. Deal with it.
You're 11?
Yes?
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
Probably because I'm part wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
You click on it. Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that.
So yeah, that's a legendary clip as well. It did not really age too well for Phil Burnell, hoping to bragging about pimp slapping the shit of an 11-year-old child. But of course, he had to make sure that he was safely away. So Phil mutes himself. Look at the red icon. He mutes himself here.
Probably because I'm part wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
So he had no idea. He was walking through it. He had no clue to get out, and he still helped him enough to say, okay, here's safe, I can get out.
You click on it.
Then he's safely away from them. And so what does he do? He unmutes and says a line.
Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that.
There you fucking go. You have to make sure you unmute him. Wait until I'm at a distance. Wait until I'm away from the fucking dangerous old kiddies that might fucking jump me and steal my fucking bike. And then fucking shit talk them when I'm safely away from them. So yeah, that is a classic fucking clip. So there you go. Anyway, on with the bingo. Let's crack on with it. It's not looking good, I know. It's looking like it's... Unless Phil is baited into talking about Keemstar, we cannot see this happening. We took a gamble, it looks like it's not going to pay off. I apologise for that. But we thought a lot of people thought Phil was going to mention Keemstar today. A lot of detractors thought it was going to happen. A lot of people in general thought it was going to happen. So if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry about that, but we took a gamble.
On this reboot, Mortal Kombat 9 was essentially the story of Mortal Kombat 1 again, but then it moved on and actually had characters from 2 and 3 in it as well. So Mortal Kombat 9 was almost like a redo of Mortal Kombat trilogy. And then the next games, 10 and 11, were essentially new iterations, new story, continuing in different directions that the original game didn't go, okay? So, if you remember at the end of Mortal Kombat 11, in the canon story, Liu Kang fights the Time Goddess, or whatever the hell her name is. I can't remember what the hell her name was. He kills her, and when he does, he basically absorbs the powers of being like a time god. And he said, oh, well, now I can do things to kind of repair the damage that's been done to the timeline or whatever, and that's where the game ends. So, basically, people are surmising Mortal Kombat 12 actually isn't Mortal Kombat 12. It's going to be Mortal Kombat 1 redo. But the question there is...
I had some problems there on my internet for a brief second. I had some dropped frames, so yeah. I'm just going to kind of quickly type in chat refresh and did so. So yeah, that was some issues on my end, I think, there. Because my connection went yellow for a bit there. And I do have some drop frames, so I think that was my end. There's problems there. I don't know if it was Phil's end, but it certainly seemed to be my end. Mobius had told me I had some issues there just for a brief second there, so I do apologise for that. But if it was choppy, it's probably because my connection was probably choppy, so sorry about that. But I think it's fine now. Hopefully it's all fine now. Hopefully we're all good.
Mortal Kombat 12 actually isn't Mortal Kombat 12. It's going to be Mortal Kombat 1 redo. But the question there is, how does that work? Because they already did that. They did that 12 years ago with Mortal Kombat 9. It's the same premise. So first it was Raiden who went back in time to fix the timeline. Now it's Liu Kang. Like, it's the same story. And a lot of people are like, I don't know about this. You've already done it once. Like, we're supposed to forget Mortal Kombat 9? I mean, Mortal Kombat 9 was a great game. I loved it. It was a great reboot for the franchise. I just don't know how many times we can reboot the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, one reboot, okay, we get it. You ran the franchise into the ground. I don't think Mortal Kombat 11 was bad and ran the franchise into the ground that we have to rewrite the history again. You know? So it is kind of weird that they're doing that. Now you might say, was it confirmed? Well, no, but that's essentially what the announcement teaser is showing. And now, you know, Ed Boon, who is, you know, the lead guy in Mortal Kombat, has been since the 90s, right? Used to be Boon and Tobias, right? He came out and tried to do a little bit of a prank, and he goes, oh, you know, we never even said the next game we're doing is Mortal Kombat 12. And it's like, dude, you literally have all these promotional materials already out. Like, you can't be pretending now to try to have the cat in the bag, put the cat back into the bag. You can't do that, right? Literally a clock counting to 12, which is Mortal Kombat 12, and saving it and going to 1. Obviously, you're full of baloney, right? So, we'll see, I guess. And now, of course, people are just going crazy. Oh, this means that Mortal Kombat will not be Mortal Kombat 12. It'll be a new fighting game that will have Mortal Kombat characters, but it's going to cross over. It's going to have Homelander from The Boys, and it's going to have Peacemaker from the recent DC movies and Suicide Squad. And it's also going to have horror movie villains added in from recent horror movies. It's going to be the biggest amalgamation fighting game ever. That's why it's not Mortal Kombat 12. It's actually starting a new franchise that's not going to be called Mortal Kombat, and that's why they're saying this. And I'm like... like, what? Like, where are you even getting all of this? Right? Like, where do you get any of that? Like, there's zero evidence of any of it. You want to talk about rampant speculation? That's the definition of it. We just make shit up and throw it on the internet like it's real. Now, listen, I'm not saying that might not work. I'm just saying everything that we're seeing is pointing towards Mortal Kombat 12, and they're going to change it up a little bit or whatever, right? So, I just find it really ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, that is about it for gaming news. I'm actually taking a look, and it's all the news that I got to cover, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the segment. Alright, outside of that, that about covers what I wanted to talk about on the show. Tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to do some shout-outs for those who've contributed. We'll answer some questions. We'll see how much time we got left before we jump back into Elden Ring. By the way, I should say this. This week is going to be incredibly warm in Washington. We are about to have an incredible heat wave. In fact, all the news reports are that everyone's going to make a mad dash for the stores to buy air conditioners. Because, get this, 50% of the people who live in Washington State don't have any form of air conditioning whatsoever in their homes. The Pacific Northwest, where I live in the United States, didn't used to be hot. But now, because of global warming, it's getting warmer and warmer every year. And now it's only May, and we're about to have record hot temperatures. So just to forewarn everyone, yes, very likely, very soon, you're going to hear a lot of, you know, air conditioning noises and atmospheric noises here, and there's nothing I can do about that. This is always the season is what happens, all right? And please understand that. There's not much I can really do about it.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's fucking plenty you could fucking do, but also Phil said percent. Phil said percent, I can take up percent. Thank you very much for spotting that. It's a great spot. Phil could fucking amend his microphone audio to try and fucking not pick up the air conditioner noises. I've got my microphone audio set up where if I speak really fucking loudly, it will fucking try and deafen it a bit so it doesn't peak. And if I also talk really fucking quietly like this, if I fucking try and whisper like this, it's going to boost it a bit as well. But it won't pick up background noises though. Like I can have my fan on. My fan can be on in the background, right? And that won't get picked up because I took my time to adjust the fucking noise gates and all that shit on the fucking microphone with the yeah, there's all sorts of things that you can fucking do. It's easy to look this shit up. There's tutorials on YouTube and Google to fucking get your fucking microphone set up so it doesn't fucking pick up these background fucking noises. Bill's just too much of a lazy sack of fucking shit to fucking take that sort of consideration for his fucking audience and fucking not actually fucking do something out of his fucking way to give them a better fucking, you know, experience, you know, audibly. Because why the fuck should he fucking make any goddamn effort whatsoever into his own fucking content? Now someone else has to fucking do it for him or fucking hold his little dumbass hand through it all. There's plenty he can fucking do to try and make the fucking experience better for the audience. He just chooses not to because he's a lazy sack of shit.
Right? It is what it is. It's going to be going on all summer probably, all the way into the fall until it cools down here, and then I can uninstall the air conditioner, open the window again. Alright? Alright. Okay, so...
We have 100 likes. Thank you very much. That's a free space earned because of 100 likes. And because of that, I'm going to play you the Bubbles animation that Pixar Animation so very kindly. So very kindly made for us.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. The restaurant we were going to was probably going to be good. It was very high-end,
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
It's still so fucking disturbing every single fucking time I play that fucking thing. But still, thank you very much guys for liking the stream. We have one free space. I'm sorry again, it looks like we're not going to get a full house. Phil had avoided the topic of Keemstar altogether, and this card was specifically fucking curated to be kind of themed around Phil talking about Keemstar and the fucking latest tweet he had and everything else. Phil's avoiding the fucking topic altogether like it's a fucking like it's something horrible, and yeah, we gambled, it didn't pay off. I do apologise, guys.
Let us get started, my friends. We start with Crystal Laser, who did a ginormous super chat this morning. He says, DSP, you've been entertaining me since Left 4 Dead 2. Here's a little something to thank you for it. I hope we'll try Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection sometime. He says, use this however you want, but hey, here's some money for it. So there you go. So Crystal Laser, thank you very much. It was a $50 super chat. Very generous. It's weird to think that I've been on the internet for so long, correct? That basically, I'm in a situation where people have watched me for over a decade, and there's people who are like, yeah, I used to watch you when I was a teenager. You know, I'm in my 20s, I'm grown up, I've got an adult life, and now I come back, I realize you still make content, and I'm back into it, and here you go. Here's some support. Wow, that's amazing, you know? It's funny because, excuse me, because in life things change, right? In our lives, we have times that, you know, at one point in your life you have a lot of free time. You're sitting on YouTube, you're watching a shitload of stuff, and then you get busy with real life, and you know, and the next thing you know, years later, you kind of come back to stuff, right? So that's what happens. You get, you know, these times in your life. And I think for a lot of people, those formative years of YouTube, you know, the 2010s, those early 2010s, watching content creators, and I was a prominent one back then. And a lot of people remember my content from back then. And then they come back later on like, holy crap, he's still here. He's still making content. Like, yeah, it's very different, right? The form of content I'm making today is dramatically different than anything that I used to make. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I'm happy that people enjoy my content over the years, and thank you for coming back and supporting it now. Crystal Laser. Death Talica 666 did a super chat. Oh, that's a troll. Never mind. Excuse me, it's a troll. And Chef Damaski did a super chat. He says, happy Thursday. Thank you to Chef. Happy Thursday to you, Chef Damaski. Appreciate that. There we go. Oops. Very nice. Thank you, Chef. Okay. Alright, and now...
I might tick off 15 years. Yeah. I might just tick it off because, you know, I don't think we're going to fucking win anyway. But further allude to him being on YouTube all that fucking time. So, fuck it, it's close enough in my opinion. Because we're struggling for fucking squares because Phil's not going to talk at Keemstar. So I'm going to fucking take any fucking chance I can fucking get. It's close enough. Fuck it, we're ticking 15 years.
Let's take a look at tips. Looks like a bunch of tips have come in. Let's see how many of these are actually legit and how many of these are just troublemakers. Excuse me. So I got a frog in my throat. Give me a second here.
He muted the stream so he can fucking cough right down the microphone.
Hopefully that cleared it out. Okay. We start off today. Oh, here we go again. Wow. This is a follow-up to the discussion we had the other day about free will. So an anonymous tipper to me $2 says, we define free will as the capability to do whatever we desire. I don't think that's what it is. When a question arises, how can we truly exercise free will if we don't have control over our wants and desires? This is a philosophical discussion for a future day. I would be very happy in the future to discuss the idea of human free will, right? That'd be nice to have that kind of a discussion in the future. Because you're right. Basically, with this discussion of free will, you can talk in a circle and make points and then immediately disprove the points you just made. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, thank you for the $2 tip. Obviously, I'm not going to be talking about that on this morning's podcast, but maybe something for the future. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, here we go. Got... Someone to the dollar says, you're making up the fact that reviewers aren't giving Mario Odyssey a 10. They gave it a 10, not an 8. I particularly remember when Mario Odyssey came out. I was blown away at how good it was. And people kept telling me, yeah, but it's not as good as like Breath of the Wild. And I was like, what? And then you go and look, and it was like, yeah, most reviewers were saying that Mario Odyssey was like maybe like a 9, but they were basically still kissing Breath of the Wild's ass. And if you remember, Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year that year. And I was like, dude, if you objectively look at the two games head up, I honestly feel that like Mario Odyssey did more.
But that's your fucking opinion, you fucking dick. Doesn't mean everyone's going to fucking agree with your fucking opinion. You thought Mario was a fucking better game between the two. That is your fucking taking it, so be it. But most other people disagree with you. Even though most fucking people liked both games, most people thought Zelda was a fucking better game. That's a simple fact of the fucking matter, Phil.
It innovated the franchise more. It had more consistently good graphics. It had more interesting levels. Like Breath of the Wild was very good. What I liked about Breath of the Wild is that it brought Zelda into the modern era. Zelda had always had these kind of negative tropes, right? It had these things that basically, essentially, in the background, were kind of they were holding it back. No real fast travel unless you have an ocarina that can summon a bird, and if you only take it to 3 parts of the map, right? No way to really pass time. No way to do this. All these things that didn't feel the traversal. Oh my god, traversal was always a big problem with the Zelda games, right? But now having a game where you could fully explore the map, you could do parkour, you could float around in the air, you know, it advanced the franchise in a big way. But again, I felt like Mario Odyssey was better, and that's my take, and you could disagree. But in general, that was the consensus among reviewers, is that everyone was reviewing Breath of the Wild higher than Odyssey, and I disagree. Okay, continuing on. Let's see here. Radical Jaws is here. And he does a $14 tip, which is a very generous early tip for the stream. Let's play a nice animation for Radical Jaws. A little slow. I might have to refresh the page, but hopefully this plays. Let's see. It did. It was just slightly delayed. So let's get Radical Jaws on leaderboard. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So he says, I have a question for your Magic 8 Ball today. He says, if I get burritos at lunch for work and I get a spicy sauce, will my butt get a visit from Spicy Mr. Hanky? Also, name a philosophical channel, Philosophy. Have a great day. Thanks for the kind words on Tuesday. All right. Let's find out if Radical Jaw... By the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing, if you tip $8 or more, you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. If you tip exactly $8, I'll play an 8 Ball animation that I have. But anyway, is he about to get a spicy fiesta in the bunghole?
Nope.
Where the fuck did that come from? Where the hell did that come from? Holy shit. That was a double sneeze out of fucking nowhere. Fucking RKO.
Signs point to yes. Excuse me. Didn't mean to sneeze. Signs point to yes. There you go. I'm allergic to 8 balls, apparently. All right. So, Radical Jaws, be careful about what burrito you eat. And thank you for the tip. Holy moly. All right. Okay. Up next. Someone tipped $2, said Big Cyber Shits, Fight and Feast Height. Someone named Big Cyber Shits says Fight and Feast Height. Well, at least the Cyber Shits are excited for the Fight and Feast. There you go. All right, continuing on. Gotta push forward. All right. So, an anonymous tipper tipped $1.50. They want to talk about Mario Odyssey again. Okay. So, they said, I disagree personally. I think the Odyssey was good, but it felt lackluster and disappointing compared to Galaxy and Sunshine. It was outclassed by Hat in Time that was released the same year. Meanwhile, Breath of the Wild was probably the most fun I've had with a game in over a decade. Respectfully disagree, but that's fine. Everyone has different tastes. First of all, I don't even know what the hell Hat in Time is. Never even heard of it. Mario Sunshine, when I played it, I did not like it. Mario Sunshine felt like an unpolished, annoying mess of a Mario game. I couldn't believe that it was a mainstream Mario game because it didn't feel like it. It felt like a knockoff. Galaxy is great. I played Galaxy twice, and I really liked the game. I never played Galaxy 2. So maybe missing that perspective of having played Galaxy 2, maybe that would have changed my mind, but I still think to this day Odyssey is absolutely outstanding. So I will respectfully disagree with you, but thank you for the tip. Okay? Well, we got someone tipping $2, but they're essentially trying to talk about drama, and I'm not entertaining drama, so thank you for the $2 tip is all I'm going to say, and I'm going to move on. It's that simple. Let's see here. Let's see here. It is Big Papa Pump has tipped me $2 and asked the following question. Hope you have a good day back, thank you. Do you prefer 5-star rating systems or 10-point rating systems for game reviews and why? They don't matter. It doesn't matter what rating system you use as long as you're scaling properly. You know, the number used is negligible. You know, I think people would understand a 10-point system better, or maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Okay. So, I got a $2 tip from an anonymous tipper talking about this Chrono Odyssey game again. People are saying there's been a gameplay reveal. It's a huge bombshell. Have I seen it? I haven't seen anything. No. Someone mentioned this on my stream the other day. I don't really know what it is. So people are saying it's an MMO, in which case I'm probably not interested. But maybe I'll have to look into it. Or maybe that'll be something for someone to nominate for DSP versus the Internet. So I could actually see it, live and give you my live reaction to it, right? Well, there you go. All right, continuing on. All right, I got a $2 tip from Jordy Jordan, who says Big Ups Pimp. I'm pretty sure that's not really Jordy Jordan, but I thank whoever this is who did the $2 tip. There we go. Continuing on.
I am ticking wings. I don't care. I'm fucking ticking them. I'm ticking it as a wings reference. Fuck it. I'm ticking it.
Big Papa Pumped and another $2 tip. He says, a lot of viewers today for the podcast. Well, welcome to everyone who's here. I think sadly a lot of people are upset because there's no drama on the show today, which there was not going to be. I told you guys I'm done with that. I said my piece on drama. I'm done with it, and I'm not addressing anymore. I'm done. I'm moving forward with my own content. I got shit to do. All right.
Boo. Boo. Fucking boo. That's fucking pig roach for avoiding it.
So to the dollar says, did you eat a bag of Takis Fuego before the stream? Why are you licking your lips today? I don't know. Maybe it's the flavor of seltzer, tangerine lime. It is an actual sweeter seltzer than what I would usually drink. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I haven't noticed myself licking my lips more, but you could be right. So, let's face it. You are the one staring at my face, correct? Right? Oh, hold on. Another $1 tipper says, I can give you receipts of reviewers giving Mario Odyssey 10s, not 8s. You wonder why people think you're so dishonest. Yes, I'm incredibly dishonest. You're right. You're right. I've made it all up. Breath of the Wild totally did not win Game of the Year that year over Mario Odyssey, as I stated multiple times. I've made that up. Okay, good for you. Mario Odyssey was my Game of the Year in 2017. I thought it was just way better. I did. I liked it way better than Breath of the Wild. Excuse me. Okay. Mango.
Hold on. Bad Luck is saying, I said my piece and moved on. Does that equate to final word? Since we are kind of desperate, fuck it, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm taking final word. Phil is basically fucking said the equivalent of final word.
Has re-upped his membership for 11 months. His trolls hijacked the Baxter name, so I've changed for you. I don't even know what that means, but thanks for re-upping your membership. If you give me a second, I would like to blow my nose, because I sneezed. Now my nose is bothering me. Give me a second, I'll be right back.
Hey, didn't
Wait a minute, I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm supposed to click this.
I was about to fucking say, he didn't bother fucking muting the stream there, but then he fucking went back and actually muted. Okay, fair enough, Phil. Phil actually is muting the stream. And he had the fucking care to go back and actually do it. How rare. How different. It's a completely different side to Phil, where he actually occasionally fucking cares that his audience might fucking hear some of his fucking bodily functions, but who knows what else he's doing. He could be doing a line of coke for all we fucking know off the fucking screen.
Alrighty, continuing on. Let's see here. Pickle Man, what's going on? Good to see you here today. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Sneezing is too much drama? Indeed, it does. All right, guys, if you have a couple quick questions to ask, we have just a couple minutes. I don't want to go too long on the podcast today. We have gone almost an hour and a half, so just a couple more minutes if you have any quick questions or anything to ask, and then we're going to jump back into Elden Ring, okay? Excuse me. So, Pickle Man, I don't have a question for you today, Pickle Man. It's really not on my mind, all right? So I don't really have anything to ask you today. If anything comes up, I'll let you know, though.
Imagine having your fucking mind so occupied by Keemstar and the fucking drama that's going on with that shit that Phil can't even fucking spend any sort of fucking second whatsoever to come up with some random question out of the fucking blue for Pickle Man.
Gut says, I hope one day you'll do a tier maker stream on the Assassin's Creed games. We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I will indeed, right? Okay. No, I never got a nose job. What a ridiculous thing. No, I never got a nose job. You do realize when people get older, their facial features change. You're aware of this, correct? Like, people's faces don't stay looking the same for their whole life. Or else there'd be like 90-year-old people with baby faces. You get that, right? Imagine we all just had the face we had when we were a baby for the rest of your life. A baby face. Right? There you go. So what happens? You get old. I'm surprised it took this long for my face to sag. Yata has to be $2. So do you think Xbox can recover if Starfield flops? Will it be the be-all, end-all? I don't think it's going to be the end, but I think what'll end up happening is my nose now is itching me, and I'm apologizing, I'm touching it because now I sneezed and messing with me. Sadly, if Xbox doesn't get back on track with having good first-party games, here's what's going to happen. They're going to be the discount console. They're going to be the one known that if you can't afford or get the PS5, right, you get the Xbox, you jump on Game Pass, and you have a console box that will play a bunch of games, mostly third-party, for a discounted rate. And that's what they're going to be known for, as opposed to PS5, which will be the in-console everyone must own if they want to play exclusives. Right now, they're just no good exclusives for Xbox. They were banking on Halo Infinite. That lasted 3-4 months and flopped, right? Because the game developer, 343, wasn't good enough to keep up with demand, and the game ended up failing in long term because there wasn't enough updates, right? Then they started pumping out a bunch of indie games, which is always good, or these small titles with no hype, and that's good. Games like Hi-Fi Rush, that's great, but no one's going to buy Xbox to play Hi-Fi Rush. You understand? Everyone who has Xbox will play it if it's on Game Pass, but no one's going to run out and say, I need an Xbox to play Hi-Fi Rush. And 0 people will do that. You understand? They need the hype. And then when they announce, oh, the first big first-party game that we're going to do, right, is it's going to be Redfall. And Redfall comes out and it's underwhelmingly terrible, right? Like, what did you think would happen? So there you go. So it is now everyone's kind of banking on this freaking Starfield game. And if people are like, man, should we really do that? When the previews we saw a year ago were not good. It didn't look that good, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think Xbox is going to die. It's just, it's going to change in its market placing. Right now, it is trying to compete. But if they can't pump out good games that are exclusives, then they're not going to compete. You understand? They're going to have to shift their positioning. So Dex says, maybe not the end of Xbox, but the end of Spencer. Dude, I already said. He did his company 0 favors.
Hold on a fucking second. Prophet wants me to check Twitch for Halo Infinite. You know what? Just for you big bald pervert, I'm going to do exactly that. Bear with me here. Bear with me while I check that out. First of all, I need to fucking mute the random live stream that's going to pop up in a second. There we go. Here we go. Let's go full screen for you bastards. Here we go. And let's search Halo Infinite. There we go. Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite currently has 1.5k viewers. So there you go, Prophet. Halo Infinite has quite a large amount of people watching it right now. What's he playing today? Is he playing Elden Ring? He's playing Elden Ring. Let's compare it to Elden Ring, shall we? Oh, hang on, I need to fucking actually click the game. 7.3k viewers for Elden Ring. Okay, it's more popular. No surprise there.
Going on interviews right after Redfall releasing, doing doom and gloom stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, we're not really selling consoles that well anymore. We're not really competing with Sony and Nintendo. We don't see that happening. If we had a really awesome first-party game that was an Xbox exclusive, we don't think this would sell consoles and make us, like, competitors. What are you talking about? That's exactly what your job is. Like, that's literally the man's job, is to make sure that the Xbox line of titles and consoles are, desirable to consumers. What else should the leader be doing? Right? And he's saying, oh, we can't do that. Well, then leave. If you can't do that, leave the company. Let someone who has ambition, who's someone who has drive, who's someone who has a plan, step in and take the reins. If you're just there to sit there and look like a dude bro, and you're fucking, he dresses like he's a college kid, and he comes on stage, does he ever have anything to say? He's always doing PR talk, he's always blowing smoke up everyone's butt. How about you do something to save your company? Instead of buying every company, and then every game that comes out is shit, how about you take some control and make these companies get back on track to making good games? Like, what is going on here, right? That's the true leader's position, and he's not doing it. Someone needs to. I don't know. It seems like there's just so much going on with these different approaches. Like, remember how bad Don Matrick was? Don Matrick had this ultimate hands-on approach where he was controlling everything about the Xbox One launch. The problem was everything he had in mind was bad at the time. A decade ago, those ideas made no sense. All digital games, forcing the Kinect on people, making the Xbox One a TV box. None of that made any sense at all at the time. It was very stupid. So, What's worse, the guy who's hands-on and makes all bad decisions, or a guy like Phil Spencer who's appeared to being completely hands-off and makes no decisions? Either one seems bad for the company, right? Where's the happy medium? I don't know. I think they need to find it, and fast. All right, guys. I think it is time to...
Shut the fuck up. That's what it's fucking time for. Badlock's asking, what about Redfall? It's a fair question. Is it one word? It's okay. Redfall has got 1.1k. So all the three we've checked, it's definitely the one that's doing the worst. So there you go, bad luck. Yeah, it's not looking very good for Bingo, I've got to be honest with you guys. And Phil obviously got a big massive tip, so he gets to fucking pick a hat and a fucking vest. This will be a very happy day back for him, fucking hooray for that. But yeah, sadly for us, but we have one free space right now as it is, because you guys liking the stream. We'll try and get one bingo at least before the fucking end of the stream. But remember, we took a gamble, it didn't fucking pay off.
End the show. I want to say thank you for a great show back. This is going to be a great streaming week for sure. I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy the content I put out this week. 6 full-time streaming days coming up for you. And thanks very much. I really appreciate everything. And a great start as well. Lots of discussion, lots of support.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Logan K, for the super chat. He says, Phil should leave Burnell Productions. He is a bad CEO. Exactly. He is one of the worst CEOs I've ever experienced in my entire life. He is not fit for purpose. He's not fit to fucking do his fucking job. He really should get replaced by a goddamn traffic cone. It would be more productive than he will ever fucking be. Brad Burnian's asking, do I think Phil will address Keemstar on a future stream or video, or is he really going to ignore? He is definitely going to address it at some point. A lot of us thought he was going to fucking address it today, but he has so far seemingly resisted the urge to do that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Is Keemstar going to try and keep poking away at him with more tweets? Who knows? But for now, Phil is ignoring it, which means he's ruined fucking Bingo. And for that, I cannot forgive him. He needs to fucking be fired from Burnell Productions.
Very much. I really appreciate everything. And a great start as well. Lots of discussion, lots of support. Great positivity. I'm excited to jump into the week head first, and I hope that you will join me. But in the meantime, thank you for watching the Level 1 podcast. Until tomorrow, I hope that you have a great day. Enjoy your spring, and hopefully don't overheat. Like I say, we're about to hit hot temperatures. Hopefully you stay cool wherever you are. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Maybe I should just do a talking outro for now. Because this is what I used to do, no? I used to do a talking outro. And then for months I was just doing music and sound effects. Maybe I should just go back to the talking outro for now until we kind of solidify stuff. Yeah, we'll see. By the way, I totally forgot a whole topic that I wanted to talk about on the show. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. I think I will save it for tomorrow. I completely forgot. It was a pretty important topic too, but actually it could wait. It could wait till tomorrow. That's fine.
If that topic is relating to Keemstar, I'll be annoyed.
My camera is slightly too large. Do you see that? How's that? Now my camera is slightly too small. This is annoying. Hold on. This is very annoying. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Now it's slightly too small. Hold on. Now it's still slightly too big. Oh my god. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, we got it. Ugh. Censored. It's very hard to see over there. Alright, so guys, here's the deal. I gotta very briefly use the restroom. I need just a couple minutes. I'm not going to run ads. I'm just gonna mute the mic and go use the restroom. It'll be like 3 minutes, and then I'll be back, and then we're gonna start with Elden Ring. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner because it's 85 degrees in here right now. That was loud. Yeah, it's 85 degrees in here right now, and obviously I don't want it to be overheating in here. So, try to cool it down a bit.
That is loud as fuck. Holy shit.
Okay, alright. Guys, I'll be back in just a couple. I'll mute the mic. I'll be back, and I'll see you in a sec.
Okay, so he's away at 12:37 PM. Let's hold the right arrow button until he gets back. We've been 3 minutes since he was gone. Still nothing. 12:46, still nothing. Holy shit. 9 minutes. 10 minutes. He was away like 11 minutes.
All right, everyone. Set up here, right? I get the controller. It's over there. There you go. Ugh.
James is asking, did he really get a $150 whale tip? It seems so, because he's fucking got a hat poll going right now in his chat. So apparently Phil is now up to $185 in contributions. But of course, most of that was from one whale. But remember, Phil doesn't rely on whales. Phil doesn't get whaled out. My arse, he fucking does. He likes to pretend he doesn't, but it is what it fucking is. But bear in mind, it doesn't matter how much money Phil will ever get in a single fucking day of playing games badly. Because when tomorrow comes, he is going to be back to fucking zero. He's going to be back to fucking needing money to fucking fund his ridiculous fucking mobile game addiction habits, and also to fund his fucking door dashing and alcoholism.
Today's not even supposed to be one of the hot days, and it was already 86 degrees in this room at the end of the podcast. So, give you some perspective here. I'm going to need that thing pumping pretty constantly for a while, I think. This whole week's supposed to be like 10 straight days of heat here in Washington, so. Okay. So, someone tipped $1. It's an anonymous tipper, saying, I'm testing to see if this is how tips actually work. If it is, call me Jinx. All right, so I guess your name is Jinx. I've never done a tip before. I'm just testing it. I want to see if this is where the message shows up. Yes, it is. So, experiment complete. Congratulations. And thank you, Jinx, for the $1 tip. All right. All right, so we're about to resume with Elden Ring. And if you remember last time, where did we leave off? We're in the Imperial City, and we're about halfway through. We actually got to the point where if we just head up the stairwell, and up the ramp, there's 2 boss fights between now and the end of the Imperial City with some, enemies and stuff up there. So, there you go. And we're going to see, what I'm thinking is, before we do that, we should head across. Remember, we had gone to the round table hold, which really, I guess, isn't the real round table hold. I'm not sure. But we're going to go there, and we're going to cross over to the other area and try to go into the well. The well leads you down to the optional dungeon. So if I get down there and at least I unlock the Point of Grace, we can go back there later. I don't think I want to do that today. Not feeling those sewers. They're very annoying. But after we unlock that, we'll probably finish the city. We'll probably finish that up, which will unlock the last third of the game. And then we'll probably head back and do some of the optional content that we already have unlocked, like Deep Root Depths or Astal River / Noxtella, and do all that stuff, okay? So that's probably what we'll do. Now, we're about to begin. I'm just going to forewarn everyone, all right? You might see there's a pinned message on the stream chat, correct? You see that, right, guys? So it's there for a reason. We're not dealing with any nonsense or drama or anything today. If people come in here and they try to derail the stream with nonsense and drama, you're going to find yourself moderated. I can't warn you any more than having a giant message on the chat. I'm not dealing with drama. We are moving forward positively with fun gameplay and cool stuff, and that is that. I am completely done with the bullshit at this point, and I hope people will respect that, and if not, you're in the wrong place, all right? So I know some people might come in and accidentally start saying something, and oh shit, I didn't mean to, I didn't realize. I'll be nice. I'm not going to be a jerk. But if you see that people are going to try to be derailing constantly and having problems, yeah, people are going to get moderated, and that's just how we got to maintain so that we can have fun. You understand? It's what it's all about. We're supposed to be here having fun with games, not this nonsense that people try to pull us into in life, right? So I hope you appreciate that. You understand that, where I'm coming from? Okay? And now we're going to continue on. Fair enough? Okay, here we go. Alrighty, ladies.
He's such a wee fucking bitch. You fucking avoided the whole fucking topic. What an arsehole. That is going to be in the bingo. It's probably one of the worst performing cards I've ever had, but this is a gamble we took for the purpose of a sponsored bingo with a fucking double prize fund, you know what I mean? And the expectation of Phil talking about the drama, because he always usually rises to the fucking bait. Usually can't fucking help himself. So, sadly, it was not to be today, guys. We took a gamble. It did not pay off. I do apologise for that once again, guys. We tried, but it was not to be. We do have some free spaces. If it worked one more time, we'd have had another free space. We'll have one free space. We don't even have a fucking bingo. The best we can do is 4, sadly. Fuck me, man. Jesus. Yeah, sadly, so yeah, that did not go well for us whatsoever, and I do apologise for that once again. Guys, so I won't be here tomorrow. There's no bingo tomorrow. So, I don't know who's restreaming tomorrow. Meerkat, for example, is streaming tonight. He might be streaming tomorrow as well. Whoever's restreaming tomorrow, if you want to check out the tractor content, or, you know, during the podcast, make sure you support them. And I'll be back on Sunday for some bingo. In between then and now, of course, I'll probably have drank a lot. I might be rough as hell on Sunday, by the way. I might be rough as a badger's arse. Because I'm meant to be drinking. Also, I'm flying out to Spain tomorrow. Mallorca we're going. So Friday, probably a lot of alcohol. Saturday, probably a lot of alcohol. Sunday, probably a lot of fucking, recovery. Got an early flight back to Scotland on the fucking Sunday. Oh my god, so I should make bingo on Sunday, but I'll probably be quite rough. But yeah, guys, so whatever you end up doing, guys, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your Thursday, enjoy your Friday as well, and enjoy your weekend in general. I won't see anyone or talk to you guys again until Sunday. So guys, thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for supporting the stream. Thank you for the contributions. Thank you very much for keeping me right in chat. How about before we go, how about we check out Phil's big massive whale tip, shall we? So let's see what happens.
Gentlemen, welcome back. $185 in tips. We've already hit all the goals for.
Here we go. My hand right fucking here. Look at his fucking dumbass face.
Nothing. It's no big deal. I want to get past those two guys. I think there's some items over there. I don't remember what, but I want to check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I might have just received an incredibly generous tip. First of all, I want to shout out Hypnotic Jinx, who just became a channel supporter. You're the first new member of the week. Thank you, Hypnotic Jinx. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're at 554. Looking to hit maybe around 560 by the end of today if we can. Keep in mind it's a double stream day, but we'll see how the day goes. Let's take a look at this. Wow, listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, I just received a $150 tip. Wow. That's one of the biggest contributions I've gotten in quite some time. Let's play a celebratory animation. If you can believe it, I actually have a $150 tip animation. Okay?
We can
but wait a
believe
minute. The Hypnotic Jinx membership trumped the animation. I have to click it again. Okay, hold on a second, because that's kind of messed up. I clicked the animation, and the freaking member animation kicked it out. We're going to replay that, okay?
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to read this very nice message. So here we go. Let's try this again. Sorry about that, Jinx. Here's your animation redone. Okay. So Jinx, with a whopping, massive, incredibly supportive $150 tip, all right? Which means we're now at $185 in tips. We've already hit all the goals for the stream. I don't even have to do anything else to worry. We can have a nice, relaxing Elden Ring stream. If you guys support further, thank you so much. Now, let's see what Jinx has to say. I've been watching your views since the start of your YouTube channel. I loved all your...
What do you mean nothing else to fucking worry? Nothing else to fucking worry. As if your fucking audience are fucking concerned with your fucking lack of fucking income from doing your fucking job poorly. Nothing else to fucking worry. Fuck the fuck off, you greedy fucking pig. Before the stream's even gonna be fucking over, that money's gonna be fucking gone and you fucking know it. Straight to WWE Champions in your fucking mid-stream break.
We're now at $185 in tips. We've already hit all the goals for the stream. I don't even have to do anything else to worry. We can have a nice, relaxing Elden Ring stream. If you guys support further, thank you so much. Now, let's see what Jinx has to say. I've been watching you since pretty much the start of your YouTube channel. I loved all your content for all the years. I'm glad to see that you've changed for the better in some ways, but also that you stay true to your roots. I'm glad I can actually finally contribute in a positive way. Here's to all of your years of great content and many more to come. Thank you so much, Jinx. I appreciate that. And so, indeed, we will do many different rewards. All 3 tiered rewards hit in one fell swoop. We'll get the gunner glasses going, and then we're going to...
And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all, they're completely washed. The cans are clean.
You have no respect for people that...
We will do many different rewards. All 3 tiered rewards hit in one fell swoop. We'll get the gunner glasses going, and then we're going to do the poll for the hat. And then once that's done, we're going to do a poll for the vest. We haven't seen a vest in a while. So it's very nice. Thank you so much, Jinx. Of course, everyone else who already contributed today. Thank you. But thank you so much, Jinx, for that. All right, let's go ahead and get a poll going for a hat. Which hat is Elden Ring best?
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Jesus Christ, right? Just a reminder, remember, Phil has claimed he does not rely on fucking whales. One singular person hit all fucking 3 tier goals in one fell swoop, in one singular contribution. But Phil still claims and is adamant about the fact that he does not rely on fucking whale contributions. He went from several people having given him tips to about $30 odd. It's still a very good start. Before you even start gameplay, getting to $30 fucking dollars is a very solid fucking start for any fucking streamer. But Phil's like, oh, I'm going to be worrying. I'm going to spend the fucking stream worrying about trying to hit my fucking goals. One single person comes in with one big ass whale tip and all of a sudden Phil's like, yeah, the worry is gone, the stress is fucking gone. Because one person gave me a whole bunch of fucking money, I don't have to fucking try and stress anymore about fucking having money for one fucking day before it's all fucking gone. I like see you saying I missed bingo that we get a full house. No. We took a gamble on Keemstar being the theme, kind of, you know, it was a sponsor stream as well, WPIG, Wamble, Bamble, Ramble McGee and his big ass forehead fucking said how about fucking do a sponsored restream, and sadly Phil did not mention Keemstar whatsoever. He's avoiding the topic, he's avoiding it altogether, so our specially cultivated card did not hit any much things altogether, sadly, so it was a bit of a swing and a miss on our part, and I do apologise for that. Let's refresh the stream right now and see how Phil's doing.
It looks like Los Santos cap should win this.
$208 for Phil Burnell, so this is an extremely happy day for Phil Burnell. He's up to 208 buckaroos. Of course, that's probably involving 1 Minute Man. 1 Minute Man will have got his tip in by now as well, so there we fucking go. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up, guys. I don't know what he's going to end up doing, you know, whatever he's end up doing, I do hope you have a good time anyway. Remember, don't get too pissed off with Phil and the fucking money he gets, because that shit vanishes almost fucking immediately. That shit is gone before you fucking know it, because he's such a fucking impulsive spender on stupid dumbass shit like WWE champions, like DoorDash, like fucking alcohol. It is his fucking vice. He's always fucking bad with his fucking money. And tomorrow he's going to be a broadcast bitch once more, even before tomorrow probably. So guys, whatever you end up doing, guys, I do hope you enjoy your rest of your Thursday, the rest of your Friday, the rest of your weekend. I will see you all again on Sunday. Hopefully I won't be too fucking rough. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy the stream. And make sure you support our detractors who is live streaming and all that shit. And I'll try and catch up on everything when I get back from sunny Spain on Sunday. But until then, guys, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that in an instant.